evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Prairie View Buffalo's live stream network and tonight's matchup between the visiting Lady Bulldogs of Anderson County and our Lady Buffaloes of Prairie View. We're here at the Prairie View campus. I'm Cameron Johnston, here to give you play-by-play along with James McCarthy to give me and all of you tonight's color analysis. This is a 3A Burlington sub-state matchup, James, and these two teams have met once prior before.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. Good to be here again with you tonight.
You
we're
as
here
well.
At the beautiful Prairie View High School Gymnasium, the new Prairie View renovated high school gymnasium. We got another Pioneer League matchup tonight. We're going to have Garnett against, like you mentioned, against our Prairie View Buffaloes. We did play Garnett, I believe, at Garnett. Had a little bit of trouble with them on the road, lost 55-24. Garnett comes in at 10-7, so they're no slouch. They're no
slouch. They really put it to us last time.
Yep.
Hopefully the Lady Buffaloes can get something going and maybe change their luck on this matchup.
Absolutely. And so, the last broadcast that we did, the Buffaloes seemed like they were really coming together. They got the win there, and the last time that we did a broadcast, they're only 4-13 on the season, but they show signs of greatness. More and more each time we do broadcasts, and each time they move through the season. Again, Garnett's 10-7. It's not going to be an easy game for the Buffaloes, but I think at home, we've got a little bit of momentum coming into this game, and hopefully we can pull this one off tonight.
And I'm gonna throw out the first name of the night, and that's Abby Kellerman.
Yep.
For Prairie View, and she's key if we can get the ball into her.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Ashlyn Kirkpatrick as well.
Ashlyn and Abby, that's where the offense comes through. And obviously you have your front court, with Lindsay, Bodeker, and Brooklyn
Riley Boone, Spells,
Braxton Stainbrook.
Right.
Obviously the ball goes through them, but really when the Buffaloes are really humming along and really in sync, it's when we're getting that ball into Kellerman and Kirkpatrick, and then you start, once that defense collapses down on our inside girls, then that opens up our front court and our girls start hitting threes.
You bet.
So really, it's got to start down low with, Kellerman and Kirkpatrick.
And we got to stay out of foul trouble with them too.
That's a great point, Cam. We've gotten into a little bit of foul trouble. Seems like at the very beginning of the game, it's almost to the point where it's 7 fouls to 1, 9 fouls to 3, and it's,
right.
Some of that we can contribute to referees and whatever, but really when it comes down to it, it's the girls hustling, moving,
aggressive play,
doing the things they need to do.
And Abby down low does get very aggressive, so she is prone to be called. There's sometimes I don't agree with all the calls, but
sure.
Hey, we're not the refs.
But we dress in Prairie View green, so
that's right.
Kellerman does. She's aggressive. She's a senior. Got your senior leadership along with Kirkpatrick, and that's the heart of the team there. And then you start sprinkling in, Brooklyn Moore, who's a sophomore, and Braxton Stainbrook, who's a sophomore. Julia Paisley comes off the bench. She's a sophomore as well. There's a lot of girls that put in a lot of good minutes for Coach Jessie May, and it really combines into a really decent team. But again, it starts with those seniors down low.
That's right. Hey, let's turn it over to our public address announcer. We'll get the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. That's Jeff Russell and the band for Prairie View. Here's the starting lineups.
This is a contest between our guests, the Anderson County Lady Bulldogs
So there you go, Cam. Jessie May going with another different lineup.
Another mix-up
yeah,
here.
Absolutely. Riley Boone gets the start. Allison Loomis gets the start. And Abby Kirkpatrick gets the start as well. So a very young lineup. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick will be out there with her sister. She's the oldest of everybody on the court. So Allison Loomis as well is starting for Coach Jessie May. So definitely a different lineup for the Buffaloes. We'll see if it pans out to what I'm sure Coach May is hoping to be a better outcome tonight.
Looks like it's Maya Corley, Callie Foltz, Brooklyn Kurtz, Katie Schmidt, and Raina Jasper starting for the Anderson County Bulldogs.
Yeah, and they've got some size inside. Foltz, number 5, is 5'10", and then Schmidt, number 20, is 5'11".
So here we go to tip off. Looks like it's Allison Loomis and Kaylee Foltz. Yep. To start our game here from Prairie View High School. And the tip's quickly won by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Riley
Raina Jasper
in front of that defense for the Buffaloes.
Very good. First shot up by Foltz is no good. Rebound, though, for the Bulldogs. And she puts it in. That's Raina Jasper. 5'5" junior.
Yeah.
So it's quickly 2-0, and it's full court press.
Offensive rebounds there, Cam, is what led to that Bulldogs basket. So we've got to get better on rebounding.
There's Ashlyn Kirkpatrick for 3. No good.
And speaking
rebounded
of
by Abby Kirkpatrick. And then Loomis gets the loose ball, and now we're going to have a tie-up. Yeah, good hustle.
3 offensive rebounds there for the Lady Buffaloes. Gave us several opportunities to get that basket. Just couldn't get that thing to go in the rim. Well,
head coach Jessie may have some, a playing matchup tonight with this new, different lineup.
Yeah.
A couple of changes. Loose ball, and shot is up, no good. Rebound by the Bulldogs. It looks like they're either going to get.
Yeah, they're going to get Allison Loomis with the push, and again, wow. The Bulldogs there, Lady Bulldogs got 2 offensive rebounds there, so giving them additional opportunities.
And point blank, too,
yeah,
so
right
we're lucky they missed
the
it.
basket, for sure.
Here's the inbounds in the corner, and taking it to the hole is Raina Jasper. She's fouled.
They might get Loomis again there.
It did.
That's 2 quick fouls on 5'9" junior Allison Loomis.
So Abby Kellerman, the one we've talked about in the pregame, hasn't even made her appearance yet, but she just might with this fouls trouble that Allison might be getting in trouble.
Yep.
First shot up, no good.
And just when we talk about substitutions, number 5, junior Aaliyah Austin comes off the bench for Coach May. So, hey, we're not the ones coaching, but I'm kind of wondering what the lineup change is here tonight, Cam.
Right. Second shot is good by Jasper. It's 3-0 now, the Bulldogs.
Yep, Jasper has all the points for the Bulldogs.
And Riley Boone bringing the ball down. There's a whistle. Looks like it went out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Buffaloes.
Yep, so we got both Kirkpatrick girls out there. We've got Stainbrook and Austin, as well as Riley Boone.
And Kirkpatrick loses it. Quickly down is Maya Corley, and she is fouled. They get Riley Boone for the foul right there. See, here we go again.
That's what we were just going to say, the same thing. We're already 3 fouls to nothing. Buffalo's on the short end of the stick on that. They've got to be careful with that.
Corley's first shot, good. And it's 4-0 now, Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah,
you'll hear us call them Garnett sometimes tonight. You'll hear us call them Anderson County. It's same school, folks.
Anderson County, located in Garnett, Kansas. Anderson County, Kansas.
Second shot, no good. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick with the rebound, gets it out to Stainbrook. And Braxton bringing the ball down, gets it over to Riley Boone. Over to Abby Kirkpatrick.
It's like the
looking to run the offense.
Bulldogs are in a man-to-man defense right now, Cam.
So here's Ashlyn for 3, off the mark. And rebounded by the Bulldogs.
Not a bad shot there by Kirkpatrick. She's wide open. She's a pretty good three-point shooter, especially when she's open like that.
Jasper with a good feed inside, but the shot is missed. And again, we've got a rebound taken away by Abby Kirkpatrick. And here comes Abby. Looked like Aaliyah Austin was also in on that play as well.
Sure. And then Abby she was trying to be aggressive, bring it up the court, and looks like she stepped on that sideline there. So they're going to turn it back over.
You know, Abby's young. She's a little prone to turnovers, but, you know, that's kind of a freshman for you. Yeah, she's developing quite nicely during the season. So.
And you got to think, you know, all this time that she's getting to play in her freshman year is just going to help her every year.
Oh, you bet.
After that.
Same with Riley Boone, a sophomore.
Yep.
And Braxton Stainbrook.
For sure.
As you said, we're pretty young. There's a shot put up and good by Foltz. And it's 6-0. And there's another turnover by the Buffaloes. 5:52 remaining here in the first.
Yeah, the Buffaloes don't seem to be matched up very well on the inside.
Size-wise, and we're probably going to get a timeout by Jessie May right here. That was Callie Foltz who hit that last bucket for the Bulldogs. Is quickly 8-0.
Yeah, I don't know what's kind of going on here. I know Kirkpatrick is on the bench. I think she's looking kind of surprised as well, Cam. I think we're surprised unless there was some sort of, you know,
injury or yeah.
We just don't know.
We just don't know. We weren't able to talk with Jesse pregame. He had the girls in the locker room and talking a lot of game plan with them.
You know, and it's a flip of a lineup. You know, Julia Paisley, Brooklyn Moore, a lot of those, Lindsay Bodeker, a lot of those girls are still in their warm-ups, you know, kind of waiting for their opportunity. But again, if Coach May thinks it's a 4-13 season,
right.
Maybe he's thinking I've got to change some things up to really get a spark. I don't know.
And you know, maybe make a message to those girls, you know, to the upperclassmen, and you know, we might see them before long. But right now, Buffaloes are down 8-0. They have 3 team fouls to none for the Bulldogs, and just here in the first, it would be good for the Lady Buffaloes to get a basket and maybe settle in.
And the same lineup comes back out for Coach May. So, again, sticking with them. It's 8-0 right now. Hopefully the Lady Buffaloes can break through and get on the scoreboard.
And inbounds to Abby Kirkpatrick. Gets it out to Riley Boone. Bringing it down. It's a 2-on-2, but she's in the corner, so gets it to Abby Kirkpatrick. And Abby dribbles over to Stainbrook. Looking for Ashland. There's a nice pick. And Braxton to the hole. No good, but rebound put up.
Yeah, good job there, Aaliyah Austin. Like you mentioned, there was a great pick to open up Stainbrook around the inside. And
she'll be fouled on the shot, so she's going to shoot 2.
Yep. So good aggressive play there. I liked what they were trying to do, work the offense, work inside.
Austin's first shot is off the mark. We are just a couple of games from Sub-State.
Yeah, it's gonna get exciting around here with little postseason basketball.
Next one was no good. Bloodgood was the one who, I'm sorry, not Bloodgood, but Katie Schmidt. And looks like the Buffaloes are going to get possession. Braxton Stainbrook gets it knocked out, but it'll stay with the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Anderson County, that was Raina Jasper, number 42. Quick hands. The Lady Bulldogs are putting a lot of pressure on the Buffaloes, and it's paying off. So
there's a turnover right there to Schmidt. She gets it out. There's a three-pointer off the mark. It was Jasper who shot that. And Kaylee Foltz has it.
Yeah, we got to get good position. We've got to try to box these girls out.
Nice job, hustle there. You're absolutely right, too. We got to box out fundamentals. Yeah. Again, we got a young team out there on the court. But nice tie-up by Braxton Stainbrook. The Lady Bulldogs will retain possession, up 8-0 here with 4:52 in the first. There's an inbounds and basket good to Foltz.
That's just too easy, Cam. We've got to cut off that baseline. We can't make it that easy for them to get inside.
Another tie-up, and this time possession goes to the Buffaloes. And again, full court press. The word is out.
Yeah.
To full court press Prairie View girls.
If you full court press, it seems like see, they're doing a good job now. Keep that ball, like we talked about in previous broadcasts. You got to keep that ball to the middle. If you get to the sideline.
And here's Stainbrook going right to the middle, draws the foul. So just as you were talking,
Yep.
Braxton Stainbrook takes it to the middle.
And that's what you want. You want that aggressiveness. You want to attack the inside of that defense. To just try to throw up threes or anything on the outside, you've got to work to that. You got to eventually get to that. So good job by Stainbrook there.
And Braxton's first shot is good. And finally, the Buffaloes are on the board. 10-1 is our score, 4:28 remaining in the first. Cameron Johnston, James McCarthy here with you on the Buffalo Network. Second shot, no good. And Katie Schmidt gets the rebound and quickly gets it out to Raina Jasper, who seems to be their quarterback.
Yeah, she's all over the place. Quick hands, great defense, and she's their leading scorer right now as well.
Nice defensive play by Braxton there in the corner, but came up short. Loose ball, retained by the Bulldogs. And inside, shot up, no good. I'll tell you what, right now, Kaylee Foltz at 5'10" is a force underneath there that we're going to have to contend with the entire game.
She's a good 6 inches taller than Ashlyn Kirkpatrick and any other girl on the court. So, and then with her wingspan as well, it's really hard for the Buffaloes to contend with that with our size that we have on the court right now.
And you've got Mariah Lutz in also, 5'9". Here's a three-pointer off the mark.
Good box out by Kirkpatrick there to keep number 5 Foltz out of the lane.
That was Ellie Pedro, who's now in number 24 for Garnett.
But again, it can't. And like the box out, it just can't be one girl out there doing it. It's got to be the entire team working on those fundamentals.
And a good press break there. Boone goes up to Abby. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's
yeah, Leah Austin.
That was Austin.
Yep.
And what do we got there? Travel?
Yeah, good hustle there by Austin. Again, another offensive rebound for the Buffaloes. We've just got to be able to convert those gimmies, inside.
Abby
like that.
Kirkpatrick to inbounds to Stainbrook for 3, off the mark. Rebound by Jasper. She quickly brings the ball down. She is the quarterback for this team. Gets it right in, and Ashlyn Kirkpatrick. Not a bad foul there.
No.
Kaylee Foltz, again, we're talking about her and the force she is underneath. And what else can you do if you're Ashlyn?
That's the kind of foul that you want to get. There's nobody in between them and the basket. They're wide open. You don't want to give up easy layups like that. So not a bad play there.
So Foltz at the line, first shot up, no good.
So yeah, I don't feel the energy tonight, Cam. I don't feel like that we're about to make a run. I feel like we've got to get somebody maybe off the bench that has a little bit of energy to bring out there for the Buffaloes.
Well, it looks like Austin gets the rebound, gets it up to Abby Kirkpatrick.
And again, my comment, that's nothing against the girls that are out there.
No, not at all. And
like kind of flat.
We may see it's just maybe a first quarter thing.
Yep.
We may see the other starters come in after this. Again, we didn't get to talk to Jesse, so.
Yep. So he does the coaching, we do the talking head.
We do the talking. And Prairie View with the ball underneath now. Abby Kirkpatrick to inbounds, gets it to Stainbrook. Back to Abby, and there's a tie-up quickly. They're going to call it jump ball. Possession will go to the Lady Bulldogs. They're up 10-1 here with 3:11 in the first.
Yeah, Kurtz comes back in. 24. Ellie Pedro sits down for the Bulldogs. But again, that's more size back on the court for the Bulldogs.
And
lots of height.
Prairie View starting with the press. And they'll get a turnover out of it as a result.
Yeah, the Buffaloes doing a little bit of what the Bulldogs have done to the Buffaloes since the opening tip. A little bit of pressure there in the front court.
Riley Boone to inbound. She'll find Braxton Stainbrook. Bringing it down. Braxton not afraid to use that elbow.
Nope, absolutely.
Gets it to Abby Kirkpatrick off the mark. And it's going to stay with the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Stainbrook's going to be a good little player, for the rest of her career. She's tough-nosed. She'll get in there and she'll get on the floor and fight for those rebounds. She's gonna be good. She's fun to watch.
She is. And Riley Boone, she's another young one that's good, and we'll have Lindsay Bodeker back next year.
Lots
in the front
of young
court.
talent for Jessie May. I see a lot of success coming in the next few years for this Buffalo team. They're kind of cutting their teeth now. They're kind of taking their lumps a little bit, with this season. Not great, 4-13.
That's a good way to put it, cutting their teeth, because they are young.
Yeah, for sure. They'll get there.
They'll get there. There's a three-pointer. Abby Kirkpatrick, no good. And the Bulldogs will take control Down to Jasper. Jasper drives, puts it up, no good. But look who's there for the rebound. And there's a whistle on the foul, or on the play.
You get Sandbrook or Kirkpatrick on the foul there.
That was Callie Foltz with the ball.
They got Sandbrook on that foul. That's only her first. But again, that's team foul number 5. Only the 2 fouls for Anderson County, and they're up 10-1.
And they inbounds underneath. Jasper with the ball. She drives off the mark. Rebound to Austin.
Yeah, good rebound by Austin there.
And it's a tie-up that goes to the Buffaloes.
Yep, so again, we're still sitting at 1. Just kind of hoping that Sandbrook's free throw would kind of spark something with the Buffaloes.
Good look to the middle, and Riley Boone now has the ball down in the corner. Gets it out to Abby Kirkpatrick. And Abby at the front, top of the key. She gets it over Riley Boone. Good fake. Gets it over to Stainbrook, back to Abby. And takes a nice pick by her sister, Ashlyn, but it's just off the mark. Yeah. And here comes Callie Foltz again.
It's a good pick set by Ashlyn, her older sister. Great pick to free up.
It's a Corley with
Abby.
The travel for the Bulldogs. And yeah, Abby's good at setting picks there at top of the key to get the front court, in to drive, to penetrate.
Yep.
And a turnover there by the Lady Buffs. There's a put in by Katie Schmidt. And quickly it's 12-1, 157 to here in the first.
And we just turned it over again. It went off of, I believe, Boone's foot. We're going to give that back to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, the Lady Buffs are kind of playing fast and furious and a little reckless.
A little bit, yeah. Kind of trying to find their way, trying to find something that's going to work. I'm all for getting that ball up the court quickly, but...
Here's Jasper for 3 off the mark. And a nice play, nice attempt anyway, by Foltz to get it off a Prairie View player, but no good. And here comes Prairie View. Abby Kirkpatrick over to Stainbrook, over to Ashlyn Kirkpatrick. Ashlyn drives, draws the foul. That's what we need.
Yep, good pick there by Ashlyn. She's a senior. She recognizes that, we've got to get some scoring if we're going to come back in this game.
5'8" senior, Ashlyn Kirkpatrick. I've always enjoyed her play here at Prairie View.
Absolutely, yep. She's a good player. She's going to be missed, next season, but I think a lot of what she does, not only, making baskets and rebounding, but she passed a lot of her knowledge on to these younger players. That's going to assist them and later on in their career. So
free throw goes in, so it's 12-2 now. The Lady Bulldogs up, 1:38 here to play in the first quarter. Second shot up, good. Ashlyn's the type that stays and does her free throws in practice a lot. Here's full court press now by the Buffs, and Riley Boone's going to foul Jasper. That's going to be the 16th foul.
That'll be number 2 on Boone. So we're kind of, a couple of our starters, Loomis and Boone, both have 2 fouls now.
And Jasper with the ball, full court press. She gets it right in the middle to Kuzer, and then back out to Jasper. Working the ball around. And there it is. Gets it into Callie Foltz again.
Yeah, Callie Foltz is 5'10", and our girls are, 5'9", 5'4".
And there's Callie again.
Yes.
With the steal on the inbound, so again, trouble here for the Lady Buffs in controlling this press.
And they're going to continue to call us out of bounds over there because Anderson County is cutting off that baseline.
Right.
And I like how Kirkpatrick tried to get around her, but there's no room. I mean, when you got inches,
got to be in the middle.
You got to get that thing.
You got to go to the middle.
You do.
Inbounds to Jasper. She gets it into Foltz, and Foltz gets it into Schmidt. And Kirkpatrick on the floor. There's a whistle.
Yeah, another tie-up. That'll go. The ball will stay with the Bulldogs on the possession arrow.
That was Brooklyn Kurtz for the Lady Bulldogs.
Yep. Kirkpatrick working hard in there as usual.
16 threes our score. Jasper drives, puts it up, and it's stripped.
Yeah, good play by Boone there.
Here comes Riley. She's going to have a one-on-one. She's going to take it to the hole. No whistle. That was a good no whistle. And Austin there. We're going to have a tie-up again. Yeah, so that's about the 5th tie-up of the game already.
Ellie Austin got in there and got aggressive and got that jump ball. So Buffaloes will retain possession.
Mara Lutz comes in for Garnett, Anderson County. And here is Kirkpatrick. She gets over to Stainbrook, but Austin just off the mark, and another turnover. So here come the Lady Bulldogs.
Just under 30 seconds left here, Cam. Hopefully we can get a couple of baskets.
There's a three-pointer, no good, by Lutz.
Good board by Riley Boone, sky and high.
And you're right, 15 seconds now remaining here in the first. Riley Boone with the ball. Gets it over to Stainbrook, who's not afraid to drive. Gets it to Kirkpatrick. Shot up, good. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick.
Ashland's got all but one of their points. Braxton's got a free throw. That's what we need from our senior leaders.
And there's a shot on the buzzer off the mark, but our score here now 16-5 after one. Anderson County on top of the Lady Buffs.
You know, to get it back within 11, I mean, I think that's kind of a win, you know, for the Buffaloes.
I agree.
We didn't win the first quarter.
Narrowed the gap a little bit.
Yep, we let this thing get too far out of hand that it kind of relegates us to have to shoot threes, and I just don't think that's really our strong game. When those threes open up because of our inside game, then fine, but we can't go out expecting to win this game on three-pointers alone.
That's right, and as I alluded to earlier, the word is out on the Lady Buffs about pressing this team.
Yeah.
When you press the Lady Buffs, again, our youth plays a factor in that, and we kind of tend to get a little reckless there.
Yep.
We got to learn to break that press.
And, you know, a lot of that, you know, is younger players, you know.
Absolutely.
Younger players aren't as experienced to know how to, you know, break presses like that. And that's just things that you learn to get. You learn to be aggressive. You know, you can't teach aggressiveness. You can't, you know, teach that hard-nosed, you know.
Well, and again, with all that pressing and all that said, we're only down 11.
Yep. Definitely
so
within reach.
Let's see what Jesse May does here in the second quarter. If he brings out the same girls, or if we've got, if we'll see some of our regular starters, Abby Kellerman and some of them. Let's see.
Yeah, for sure. No, and it looks like he's sticking with that same lineup, Cam.
Sticking with him.
You know, again, I don't know if people are sick. It's possible. There's been a lot of the flu going around.
You and I both know that.
Oh, gosh, yes. I ravaged my family a little bit there. And
as well as mine.
But you just never know. We'll keep playing. And
inside attempt there by Kurtz, no good. And rebound by the Buffaloes. Here comes Abby Kirkpatrick.
One thing's for sure, though, Cam, is these younger girls are getting a lot of experience. So whatever the reason is for our, you know, more seasoned players being on the bench, you know, this is one thing you can take positive out of it.
There's a steal by Maya Corley, and she gets it up to Jasper for the Bulldogs. Brooklyn Kurtz gets it over to Schmidt, and inside to Foltz again. 18-5's our score. Yeah. Bulldogs on top.
Foltz has got 8 of their 18 points. You know, she's definitely, it's kind of like what we talked about for the Buffaloes. They work the ball into Foltz down inside, you know, and then they kick it back out to Jasper for some outside shooting.
And Jasper, as you speak, gets her first foul.
Yep.
So inbounds is stolen by Jasper, though. And back to Stainbrook for the Buffaloes as she brings it down. Looks over for Riley Boone. Back over to Abby Kirkpatrick for 3. Almost, but no good.
Yeah, that would have helped big time.
Here comes Jasper now for the Bulldogs. Looks inside. Nice look.
Good job by Stainbrook to be right there and cut that baseline off.
Jasper to Foltz. Foltz kicks it out. There's a three-pointer, no good, but right there for the rebound is Katie Schmidt.
Yeah, 5'11", Katie Schmidt.
Yeah.
And there was no rebound. There was no attempt at a rebound because she's got 6-7 inches on people.
Stainbrook in trouble, but she does get it to Boone in the middle, and they do break the press. Now gets it over to Abby Kirkpatrick into Austin. Austin up off the glass, no good. And again, rebounds coming hard for the Buffaloes.
That's what you want to do, you know. Kirkpatrick got it down into Austin. We got to convert.
Look at the quick transition down to Kaylee Foltz again for another basket. She's fouled.
Yeah, we're just not converting. We're getting the ball where we need it down low, and it looks like Coach Jesse May is going to sub in the whole Buffalo lineup. It's going to include Kellerman's coming in, Loomis, Brooklyn Moore, number 22, Carson Gonauer, and Lindsay Bodeker. So it's pretty much there's that lineup we've been talking about that Coach May has used most of the year. And
that converted a three-point play there by Foltz. And here come the Buffs.
That looks like a totally different team out there, Cam.
It sure does.
Because
Because it is. Brooklyn Moore's in there as well.
Yep. Bodekar, Moore, and Gonauer at the front court for the Buffaloes.
Carson almost back court, and she does go back court.
Yep.
Ball just touched the midline.
Yeah, definitely once you go across, you can't go back.
That's right.
I think Coach May thinks he might have gotten shoved there, but I don't know. Carson
Yeah.
was a little bit too close for comfort out there.
Little contact, but... So the Lady Bulldogs will bring it in here at half court. And Jasper, their quarterback, is at the top of the key. And gets it over to Kuzer. Back to Jasper. Looks like the Lady Buffs are stepping up their defense a little bit, a little more aggression.
They've sat back down in a 2-3 zone, which allows them to be a little bit more aggressive.
Now that was Loomis underneath with some good defense there.
Very good there. Yeah,
Forced Fultz to a forced shot.
Yeah, for sure. That was great defense and what you expect out of your junior player there.
And Brooklyn Moore
seem to be increasing the tempo here a little bit now.
Brooklyn Moore was fouled on the play. So now quickly, as you look at the team fouls, they're starting to add up a little bit for Anderson County with 5 now.
Yep, we've dug ourselves a pretty big hole to get out of here, but it's not insurmountable. I think we can do something here.
Brooklyn Moore into Loomis, and it's quickly, loose ball picked back up by the Buffs. But Brooklyn called for the traveling, and that was kind of a little questionable call.
Yeah, she pivoted.
In my opinion.
She did a pivot there and held her left foot. I didn't really see the walk, but anyway, it's turned over back to the Bulldogs.
Pedro in for Kurtz for the Lady Bulldogs as they inbounds. Full court press and thrown down the court. Nice hustle, and the Buffs get it back. Quickly down to Brooklyn Moore, shot no good, and now we're picking up the tempo,
yeah,
James.
They are, and they're all smiling too. So I don't know what's going on.
There's a 3, no good, Jasper, but again another offensive rebound, and off the glass, no good.
Good job, Steve.
Rebound.
Kellerman's in there, and
Abby.
We got our 5'9" senior in there, so it helps when you're battling other 5'9", 5'10".
You
girls.
bet. Bodekar into Abby Kirkpatrick, and there it is. And that's what we talked about pregame. You got to get it into somebody like Abby Kellerman.
Yep, Kellerman had it. Took a nice move right down to the basket and up and in. That's been what she's done all season.
23-7 now is our score. The Lady Bulldogs on top of the Buffaloes. And a nice contention though by
yeah, Kellerman looked like she got a ball there, but that's why they pay us to not pay us to talk, and they pay them to referee.
Fultz will go to the line again, and she's definitely established herself as a force here early on for Garnett, Anderson County.
That's for sure.
First shot's up and good. Again, we're here at game 1. Lady Buffaloes, followed by Anderson County and the men Prairie View Buffaloes after this one. Stay with us. Second one's out. Rebound to Carson Gonauer, and she gets it to Bodekar. And here comes Lindsay. Gets it over to Brooklyn Moore. Back to Bodekar.
There we go. Trying
inside
to get
to Loomis. Working the ball around. And a good job by Brooklyn Moore to pull it out again. Lindsay Bodekar gets it into Abby Kellerman, and there you go.
That give and go between Kellerman and Moore there. Very nice job.
Full court press remains for the Buffaloes. Both teams, actually. Anderson County does a good job of breaking the press. Loose ball. Nice block by Loomis.
Yeah, good
so
defense.
Some pressure now getting on Fultz underneath by these Lady Buffaloes.
Loomis made a good block there, and then there was some more additional rebounding, and they held their ground. The Buffaloes did there, and got the ball back.
Got possession. 24-9 is our score. Anderson County on top, and here comes the Lady Buffs. Bodekar up top.
See, when you can make a press break look that easy, that's what you want to see.
They're going to call that one a jump ball as well.
Buffaloes will keep that one. And see now,
Stainbrook back in.
Yeah, Stainbrook and Kirkpatrick. Now we're back to our pretty much our starting
original
that we've had throughout most of the season.
And here comes Kaylee Foltz again, all the way down for the lay-in. And it's 26-9 now, Lady Bulldogs.
Again, Cam, I'm just worried that we've dug ourselves too big of a hole. I mean, we're fighting and scrapping. They've gotten 6 more points since they came in, I believe.
Yeah, that first quarter.
That hurt us.
And almost in there for Abby Kellerman. But here comes Jasper, takes it to the hole, and a nice contention by Kellerman.
Yep. So let's get back up on the court. Brooklyn Moore's not wasting any time as usual.
Finds Kirkpatrick out top of the key, looking for Kellerman underneath. Loose ball, though. It's going to go to the Bulldogs.
Good idea, good thought to get from, our 2 big post players, Kirkpatrick down to Kellerman. Just got to get that to her where she can get her hands on that. Austin back in. Kellerman takes a seat for Coach May.
Here's the inbounds. Gets it to Jasper. Quickly over to Foltz. And up and in.
Yeah, too easy. That's how you break a press, and that's how you break a press and score.
Well, they've been doing a good job of that.
Yep.
And we've got a whistle.
That 55-24 score between these teams earlier in the season, it seems like it's pretty much shaping up to be maybe a repeat of that type of score, unfortunately.
28-9. That's a 16 foul, so next foul by the Bulldogs, and we'll put the Buffs at the line for 1-1.
Got to get some stops here. String together a couple of possessions where we score.
There's Bodeker for 3, no good.
Those couple of threes would really help right now.
They sure would. As the Bulldogs come down, lose control of it. It looks like it's going to go back to the Buffs. Let's see what they call.
Oh, no, they're going to say to the Bulldogs. They went off of the 24's feet.
Be nice to have replay at this level, wouldn't it?
It would be nice to have replay. And I know these guys in stripes are doing the best they can.
Oh, you bet. Nice job of the Buffs to get the ball back. Brooklyn Moore now underneath. And it's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs, so it'll stay with the Buffs. So Kurtz comes in for Pedro for the Bulldogs. Brooklyn Moore underneath. Gets it out to Bodeker. Over to Stainbrook. Backs it out to run the offense. Over to Bodeker. Bodeker off the pick, goes back to Kirkpatrick. And Ashland trying to make her way in. Lost a little control of the ball, and here come the Lady Bulldogs again. Nice pass from Foltz. And she was fouled by Brooklyn Moore, it looks like.
Yeah, can't complain about the way the Buffaloes tried to play that offense there. They got it into Kirkpatrick, and we just got to be able to turn around and shoot and score.
So Brooklyn Kurtz will go to the line to shoot 2. That's a 19 foul for the Buffs.
Yeah, one more, and then the Bulldogs will be in the double bonus, and that'll just be instant shots, instant baskets, without any time running off the clock. So.
First shot, no good, and rebounded by Brooklyn Moore. Quickly lost control of it, and back to the Bulldogs. Bodeker with a nice deflection there, but stays with the Bulldogs. Jasper gets it over to Kurtz, and a shot up by Schmidt, no good.
The Buffaloes are working hard. I mean, it's just, when you come up against a team that's pretty seasoned, 10-7 on the season, they know how to play. These girls know how to play basketball. So
yeah, they know how to break the press, and they've got the size.
Absolutely. Rebounding, shots. It's
Jasper for 3, no good, but there's a rebound again.
I think they're going to get Stainbrook again. That might be her second there.
And it was Mike Corley that's going to go to the line.
Now we're starting to rack up the fouls. We got Loomis with 2, Stainbrook with 2, Riley Boone with 2.
Looks like Abby Kirkpatrick is coming back in. First shot's up and good. 29-9 our score here with 55 seconds here in the first half. Again, this is Cameron Johnson, James McCarthy with you on the Buffalo Network.
Good to be here with you tonight, Cam.
You as well.
Always fun on a Friday night. Don't have to get up and go to work the next day.
Yeah. And here's the Buffs taking possession. Kirkpatrick gets it to her sister Abby Kirkpatrick. Over to Bodeker. And loose ball is going to go out of bounds. That's an unforced turnover right there.
Yep. Just a little bit of confusion on who is going to bring the ball up the court. I think, we got to have somebody assert themselves as that point guard leader, and I think that's Bodeker, who's out there right now.
Yeah. That's going to go off of Bodeker, and it'll stay with the Bulldogs.
Good play by Lindsay there.
Good aggression.
Yep, always got quick hands.
38 seconds here remaining in the first half. It's a 20-point lead by the Lady Bulldogs. Jasper gets it over to Corley. Back to Jasper from the free throw line. Good. 31-9.
Good shooting team. I mean, it's no surprise.
15 seconds remaining. Ashlyn Kirkpatrick fakes, takes it to the hole. She's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get number 20, Katie Schmidt, on the push there.
That'll put us in the 1-on-1. So Ashlyn Kirkpatrick, a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, and good drive there by her. She did quite a bit of that, in the first quarter and into the second quarter. So we need more of that aggression going.
Absolutely.
To the basket.
And fundamentals, you notice she faked.
Yeah.
She head faked and went, before she drove. So I mean, those are fundamentals that can get people off the ground and get you to the hole. First shot up, no good. And rebounded. Here comes Jasper with 5 seconds to play. And nice ball movement.
Yep.
Nice ball movement from Fultz to Kurtz to end the half, and it's 33-9. The Lady Bulldogs over the Prairie View Buffaloes.
Yeah, Kim, no surprise here. There's no excuses. There's just the Bulldogs have come in here. They're a good shooting team. They've got the height. They run press breaks. They put the pressure on the Lady Buffaloes. And 33-9 is indicative of really what we watched. I mean, I'm not really surprised based off of what we saw here.
Right, and and when they're breaking the press, the Lady Bulldogs, that is, Garnett, when they're coming down there, they have got some great looks.
Yeah.
Passing on the inside to get those layups, those point-blank shots.
It's like one of those things that you can't say that, we lost the game because Anderson County is playing good to win.
Right.
And they're doing the things they have to win.
Putting the pressure on us, and again, we don't know why, but a little mix-up in the lineup tonight in the first quarter, but we came out a little bit in the second quarter with a little more aggression.
Yeah, you put your senior leadership or your junior leaders or the girls that have played a lot of minutes for you, that really gave them a spark. And again, that might be the angle that Coach May was taking. Try to get it a little bit different look, see if we can get some life out of a different group of girls. And I'm not really sure if that was a successful experiment. Being down 33-9, I don't know.
But we're not in Jesse May's head, so.
And we
33-9.
don't know the situation, and maybe there was some things in practice that went on, or things that he saw with the matchups and the lineups that he thought maybe we could take advantage of. But obviously, Anderson County didn't really have a problem with the lineup that we had out there.
So 33-9 is our score here at half, and we're going to take a little break and be back with you here in about 4 or 5 minutes. Shout out to my mama, Donna Prock, and my sister Mary Barksdale out there listening out in Missouri land.
Wow, Missouri. That's Missouri Tigers.
That's our territory. Oh yeah. Well, my mom's actually a Jayhawk, if you can believe that. Yeah, she went there. Well, we got it going right down the middle of the family.
There you
so.
go. House divided.
You bet. Hey, this is Cameron Johnson, James McCarthy. We'll be back with you. 33-9 is our score. Garnett up at the half. We'll be back after this. And we are back live here at Prairie View High School campus. Lady Buffaloes and Anderson County Bulldogs going at it, James, but 33-9's our score. Yeah. Anderson County on top.
Got a tough hill to climb here, Cameron. You know, that's a pretty big deficit. Again, looks like Coach May is going to go back with his original starting lineup, which is a little bit different from he's been playing all season, but, you know, I'm sure he sees a matchup.
Yeah, we've got Loomis in there. We don't have Abby Kellerman.
Yeah, I see
and
Boone,
we got Riley Boone.
Stainbrook, both the Kirkpatrick girls, and Loomis.
So here we go. The Bulldogs will have the first possession of the second half, and there's Jasper at the top of the key looking in, just like what they're doing all night, except this time into Foltz, who lost it. And it'll go to the the Buffaloes.
Yeah, the referee originally signaled stay with Anderson County, but
well, that was an obvious one.
I got that corrected.
Abby Kirkpatrick now with the ball for the Buffs. Gets it over to Riley Boone. Riley with the fake, then gets it out to Stainbrook. Back over to Abby. And Abby, off the pick from her sister, tries to take it up, but no good. Here comes Jasper for the Lady Bulldogs. And into Foltz. That was Katie Schmidt, who just off the mark for the Bulldogs. And here comes Braxton Stainbrook for the Lady Buffs. Abby Kirkpatrick lost it. And here comes the Bulldogs. Jasper, top of the key. Gets it into Schmidt. Foltz.
Yeah, Kim, looks like the Lady Buffaloes are back into a little bit of a zone defense.
Who shot that? I missed that.
Yeah, like
Katie Schmidt.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Basket by Katie Schmidt. So it's 35-9 now, 6:45 remaining in the third quarter. The Anderson County Bulldogs on top of our Lady Buffaloes here. Braxton Stainbrook drives, gets it to Ashlyn Kirkpatrick, fakes, drives. Looking for Molly Loomis, and it's off her hands and out of bounds to the Bulldogs. 6:30 remaining here in the third.
Yeah, hopefully we can get some stops here, you know, some defensive stops, some offensive, string some baskets together. We've got to be able to dig our way out of this hole here, Cam.
That's an assist from Jasper to Schmidt from about the free-throw line, and 37-9's our score. Stainbrook with the ball for the Lady Buffs. Over to Abby Kirkpatrick. To her sister Ashlyn. Over to Riley Boone. Tried to get it into Stainbrook and knocked out of bounds by Kaiser.
Hey, Cam, while we got a break in the action here, I want to give a shout out to Bodie Eisenhower, Chance Gerlman, and Hunter Boone.
We know those names well.
Yeah, they're all out there wrestling at Anderson County, and they'll be wrestling in the final tomorrow. All others are still alive in the consolation, but those three guys, Bodie Eisenhower, Chance Gerlman, and Hunter Boone, have all punched their ticket to state this year. So pretty exciting.
Excellent. And we know them well from the gridiron, the football field.
And
so
all those guys, most of those guys, you know, they're returning, you know, to state.
Right.
All of them had great performances last year, so looking forward to Bodie Eisenhower, Chance Gerlman, and Hunter Boone at the very least wrestling in state for Prairie View Buffalo.
Congrats to our boys, and good luck.
Had to get that plug in there for sure.
You bet. Foltz is at the line now for the Bulldogs. She sinks the first one. She's got to be their lead scorer. I haven't been keeping track.
Yep,
but
you're right, Kim. She's got at least 8 buckets, 16 points for her. So
wow.
A few free throws sprinkled in there. And
there you go. Second one in.
Definitely one of their leading scorers, I imagine, all throughout the season.
So it's a 30-point lead with 5:37 here in the third quarter. Braxton Stainbrook for 3, no good. And again, the Lady Buffs, there's a whistle on the play. Lady Buffs are only getting one shot.
One shot and they're out.
No rebounds.
Yeah, and that, you know, offensive rebounds win games. You know, rebounding period wins games. And Anderson County is getting way too many easy looks.
They're very good at getting the rebound and transitioning.
Yep, and then they just go. And Prairie View kind of looks a little bit, you know, discombobulated when we're trying to come down the court, especially with that pressure that the Bulldogs put on them from the time they throw it in.
Ashlyn Kirkpatrick nails the first free throw. The senior. Second one up, good. And it's 39-11.
Nice job there by Kirkpatrick. Doing what she does, hits her free throws pretty much on a regular basis.
And there you go. A miss, though. A rare miss by Fultz. And the Buffs get it back. Stainbrook with the ball. Over to Abby. Kirkpatrick for three. She nails it. First three of the game for the Lady Buffs.
Yeah, that'll give them some confidence. Nice job there by the freshman.
Look at the press break, though. Nice job.
Yeah, there wasn't much resistance there for the Buffaloes on defense.
Mackenzie Kuzer right there from Callie Fultz. 41-14's our score. Abby Kirkpatrick for three again, and she nails it. Another one. Two in a row for Abby.
That's a great confidence booster for her. Again, that's going to carry for her from this season all the way into her sophomore, junior, and senior seasons.
And here come the Bulldogs. There's Jasper for three, and she matches it.
Jasper says, I see you, and I'll raise you one more. So.
Now the press is off.
Well, I kind of I would call the dogs off, if you will, if I was up.
Yeah, well, you and I have seen other opponents not do that.
Yeah, Frontenac, Iola was pretty fierce.
And
Burlington.
There's some great hustle on the floor by both teams. A little skin left there on the floor by Abby Kirkpatrick.
Looks like Kellerman's checking back in for Coach May. Allison Loomis, a lot of good minutes for Coach May this season off the bench. She sits down and takes a breather.
Yeah, we'll take Abby Kellerman now as well in. And here's Stainbrook bringing the ball up. Looking for Riley Boone over to Abby and into Kellerman. Back to Abby Kirkpatrick. Shot up, no good. The rebound by Ashland. She's fouled on the shot, so she'll go to the line.
So see, we're starting to we're putting some baskets together. A couple of threes are definitely helping. We're working the offense. Abby Kellerman made a good decision there. She turned around, there's a defender right in her face, and she got it over to Abby Kirkpatrick. So good job, and then Kirkpatrick got over to her bigger sister, and here we are on the free throw line. So good decisions, not trying to force it.
Ashland's first shot is off the mark. Looks like Lindsay Bodeker will come in as well as Brooklyn Moore.
Yep. So we're kind of back to that initial starting five at the beginning of the season.
Ashland missed both, but looking down court are the Bulldogs, and they do have the ball. Jasper, top of the key. She finds number 21. Oh, it rattles in for Mara Lutz.
That ball touched every part of the rim and finally dropped in.
Here's Abby Kirkpatrick for three again, no good. And quick
nothing
rebound.
Wrong with that shot there from Kirkpatrick.
Jasper, 1-on-2, she gets fouled. It's going to be Abby Kellerman, I believe.
Yeah, Abby took one for the team there. That 21, Mariah Lutz was wide open. She was going for the shot. Only number two. See, that's probably the good thing that not having your traditional starters in. At the beginning of the game, they don't pick up as many fouls. And, if that's not as good of a justification, I don't know what would be.
Well, you're right though. Because Abby, we said at pregame that sometimes she can get into foul trouble.
Yep, for sure.
So she's only got two right now. Second shot up is good, and we've got a 30-point lead now for the Lady Bulldogs, 47-17, 3:21 to play in the third. Abby going for three again, no good. Rebound Bodeker.
Again, nothing wrong with those shots. I'd maybe say work it around just a little bit more to try to get a little bit more open.
Kellerman almost had it. Lots of pressure from Ashland Kirkpatrick. And you got to give it to the Lady Buffs. They're not giving up.
Yeah, for sure. They're always going to hustle. Especially the girls that you got on the court. They're never going to give up. They're always going to give you their best effort. Heck, the whole team is pretty much like that.
Boy, Lutz on the inside there made it look too easy.
Yeah, you got to cut that baseline off. You got to move your feet. And, just the score is indicative of just not quite.
And there's Abby Kirkpatrick for her third tray.
Abby is definitely feeling it from three. I think we should just run down and run the offense through her from now on.
Why not? We're down 29. Yep. So, but here we go again inside, and a nice job by Asher Kirkpatrick to tie it up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Fultz was going to put it in again.
Yeah, that sends the ball back to the Buffaloes, and heck, let's just dial up another play for Abby Kirkpatrick.
And again, no press, so you feel a little more relaxed if you're the girls, the Lady Buffs.
That ball down the court, set up in your offense. There goes Kirkpatrick, setting that nice screen for her sister. Sorry, I didn't mean to take away your play-by-play there.
You are good, brother. You are good. And there's Abby trying for another shot. That was a little wild. And now way ahead to Jasper, who's going to go up and put it in.
Wow, that was actually a great move by Raina Jasper. She went up on the left side and did a reverse to the other side to avoid Brooklyn Moore there.
Fundamentally sound. She's a good quarterback for their team.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's, again, another loose ball. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. Jasper gets it over to Corley and then back to Jasper. She's going to take a 3 down.
Speaking of Jasper.
And Jessie May's going to get a timeout here for the Lady Buffs. It's 54-20 with 1:32 to play here in the third.
Not quite going the way we'd hoped tonight. Again, let's talk about some good news again. Bodie Eisenhower and Shan Serlman and Hunter Boone wrestling down in Anderson County. Those guys have already punched their ticket to state, so they will be wrestling in the state tournament again for the Prairie View Buffaloes.
Well, let's give a shout out to Coach V too.
Coach V, all the wrestling coaches,
You
Coach
bet.
Tiller, you know. You can't thank those guys enough. They're great leaders. You know, they've lots of guys. You know, young men have come through their program
Absolutely.
and done very well. You know, Gavin Culler comes to mind. You know, last season. And those, you know, you're not just born to learn how to wrestle. You have to learn it. You don't know it. You get taught that.
You know, and Walter Vandeventer's been here for how many years? 20 years, 20 plus years, and you know he's known around the state. This has been a wrestling school in the past, Prairie View. Now it's a football school as well.
Yep.
And
you know, all those, what you say, football and wrestling, they really tie together. Your agility, and the things that you learn on the wrestling mat.
We talked about that on the front line, you know, on the offensive line.
Over, and you know, and that all that stuff is good stuff. Multi-athlete, you know,
Brooklyn
players.
Moore.
So we'll get back to the girls' basketball.
Well,
game here,
yeah, but you're right though. The wrestling, all of our offensive line, they were all wrestlers.
All wrestlers, you know, all of our position players. You know, it's that agility. It's those things that you learn and that you acquire not on the football field sometimes, you know.
Exactly. Looks like a timeout called.
So,
I thought it was going to be a 5-second, but no, it's a timeout by
Buffalo's had some good defense
the
there.
Bulldogs.
Coach Distro wisely used a timeout for the Bulldogs so they could retain possession. But stick with us after the girls' game. The Anderson County Bulldogs against our Prairie View Buffalo men, playing right here on the Buffalo Network.
And right now you're hearing our Prairie View marching band, Jeff Russell, from Major Marissa Mitzner.
Yeah,
and
you know, Dr. Russell, you know, Jeff Russell, you can't say enough good things about what he does for the school from a musical talent standpoint, because obviously he knows what he's doing and he knows how to teach band. But these are good kids, and there's routines that they learn, and they work really hard. And he's very proud of how hard they work, and he instills that in every one of those kids.
Bet,
so good
bet.
job, Mr. Russell.
Only in his second year here at Prairie View, and he's already turned that band around.
I'm telling you, the first Christmas program I think that I heard the band play in the first year, I was just like, wow, we're on to something here. So
back to our girls' action here. Bodeker dribbles, shoots off the mark, and it's going to stay with the Buffaloes.
Ball's bouncing around. You know, the girls are working hard, like you said earlier. They're not going to give up.
And a turnover. Here comes leading scorer for them. She puts it right in. Callie Fultz.
Yeah, Fultz has got about 20 points tonight for the Bulldogs.
45 seconds now remaining in the third.
Good little player.
There's Kellerman with a turnaround, and it goes in. 35 seconds stolen by Bodeker. Gets it to Moore, and stolen. Loose ball. They're going to give it to the Buffs.
Good play, good hustle by Lindsay Bodeker and Brooklyn Moore. Quick hands fighting for that ball. Steal on the inbounds, and we almost came away with it. So hopefully we can get another basket to narrow this lead.
Stainbrook spells Moore now. She'll bring the ball in. And a little overthrown to Kirkpatrick, and they'll let it go out of bounds. So stays with Anderson County. 28 seconds here to play here in the third. 56-22 is our score. Anderson County / Garnett.
That's right.
Is on top. Inbounds to Fultz, and then there's a shot from the corner. No good. That was Lutz on the attempt, and now we got a tie-up on the floor. Let's see what they call.
Looks like Coach Amy Disbro has brought in a few of their younger players. Looks like Cameron Simpson, number 13's out there for the
That's a good
Bulldogs.
name.
Yep, Cameron Simpson. I know a guy named Cameron.
Fultz on the shot, missed, but put right in by Katie Schmidt. And it's 10 seconds here in the third quarter remaining. Here comes Bodeker. Let's see if she's aware of the clock. Gets it over to Stainbrook. And Stainbrook throws it away. And we're going to run out of time. Third quarter is in the books. 58-22, Anderson County on top.
Yeah, it's just been kind of hard to dig out of this hole that we kind of created. You know, the first period, and then it just kind of drug on into the rest of the game. So, let's get some love to the Prairie View Buffalo cheerleaders, Cam. You got a list of names there. They're always working hard and getting this crowd pumped up, whether we win or lose. And so,
Abigail Reed, Brooke Allen, Caitlin Ingram, Delaney Weber, Caitlin Davis, Tiana Turner, Kinley Baker, Kylie Osborne, Lexi Baker, Miranda Williams, Peyton Murison, Sydney Burchett, Sophia Fleer, and coaches Tara Allen and Amanda Younger.
Yeah, we've talked about these girls all year. They're out there. They practice all week, long. They practice several hours a day. Their routines and everything. You just can't say enough about the enthusiasm and spirit. No matter if we're winning or losing, whether it's football field, basketball field, whatever, those girls are always out there and cheering on the Buffaloes. So that's good.
Got to give them some love.
Absolutely.
I'm proud to be affiliated with Prairie View, and the students and the faculty, and really have come a long way especially in the past 5 years.
Absolutely. Coach Rex Dr. Rex Bollinger has assembled a great group of people.
Kellerman.
And culture at this school.
Right. Culture. You nailed it right there.
We'll be Buffaloes for life, and dang proud of it. So.
Abby Kellerman put in the last shot for the Buffaloes. And quickly, there's Fultz again. She gets it out to Jasper for three. No. And Kellerman was there, and she will.
Yeah, Kellerman had the ball, and then it got kind of ripped out of her hands, but then the Anderson County player fell out of bounds.
So. Yeah, so good job by Abby. Bodeker gets it over to Abby Kirkpatrick. Back over to Bodeker. And Stainbrook with the shot. No good. And we've got a tie-up. Let's see what they call. Tie-up.
Yeah, I think that's going to send the ball back to Anderson County. Good job by Abby Kirkpatrick there. The three-point shooting freshman phenom from Coach Jesse May.
Boy, she's been hitting them tonight. But here comes the press break again. Nicely done, and that's Katie Schmidt.
Yep, just up and down the court, couple passes, and they're in, and it's hard to defend,
Here's Kellerman again for three, almost, but no good.
Right on. She just barely missed it.
And there's your sister to put it in, banked it in, Ashlyn Kirkpatrick.
Again, we've mentioned it before. That's got to be exciting for that Kirkpatrick family to see both sisters playing on the court a lot of the season. So.
And they had an older sister too that played here as well.
So there you go. It's definitely in the blood in the family.
Stainbrook over to Abby Kirkpatrick, and Abby thought about the three, drives, puts it up, no good, but there's a rebound and a nice one. She's going to be fouled, Abby Kellerman, so she'll go to the line.
So with the current deficit we have, Cam, Kansas rules in the fourth quarter just to have a running clock. Unfortunately, that limits the time that we have to get back into this thing, but also may limit the damage, at the end of the game.
Right. And the lefty, Abby Kellerman, the lefty, puts it in, the first one.
she's going to be missed. Her
Yeah.
leadership. She's always smiling, always hustling.
Second
She's
shot
good.
up.
She's good for Prairie View, that's for sure.
She sure is. Here comes Jasper for the Bulldogs. Looking in for Foltz, doesn't get it. Stolen by Kellerman, gets it to Stainbrook. And Stainbrook comes down top of the key. Looks over, finds Riley Boone. Boone into Loomis. And back
there,
out
Abby.
to Kellerman, no good. And a tie up on the floor. And they're going to give it to the Buffs. Should go to the Buffs.
I'm wanting Abby Kirkpatrick to get about 20 points and threes tonight. That'd be
You
great
bet.
for her and her confidence.
Absolutely. So Riley Boone will inbounds underneath. Gets to Loomis, back out to Stainbrook. Stainbrook over to Abby Kirkpatrick. Over to Stainbrook. Goes off the pick. And gets it back out to Riley Boone. Boone with tie up on the floor. And a good job by Abby Kirkpatrick to keep it in the Buffaloes. And there's a three by Stainbrook off the mark. Rebound Riley Boone. Loomis gets the loose ball. And there's Riley with a contested shot.
Yeah, got a block there from number 5, Kelly Foltz. She's 5'10", going against the 5'3", Riley Boone.
And Foltz tries to put it in, no good. Rebound Kirkpatrick, and here comes Riley Boone. Looking up court for Abby Kellerman. Kellerman wants it, and off the mark.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot there.
Nothing wrong with that shot.
Just
need some rebounders underneath. Yep. One and done has been our story pretty much.
Yep. And that'll definitely put the score kind of where it is right now.
Bulldogs going to take their time now and take the easy shot like that.
Not taking anything away from Coach Amy Disbro and the Bulldogs. They definitely earned this win. The Buffaloes just didn't play their best game tonight, and unfortunately, we've had a few more of those this season than we'd like to have.
As you said, running clock now by Kansas rules. 62-27 Bulldogs. Riley Boone with a shot, no good. And loose ball.
Yep, Gonauer and Ashlyn Kirkpatrick come in. Stainbrook and Amy Loomis take a seat. Allison. I call her Amy all the time because that's her mom.
Oh, I see.
Allison Loomis takes the seat.
Well, once you hit 40, you do things like that, James.
Man, the mind goes. Cameron's a few years my senior. I'm
yeah,
sure.
just a couple. Riley Boone tries to get it in.
So we got to
Loose
find
ball.
something to laugh about,
You bet. Jasper takes it to the hole and in. And again, another crossover there.
Yep, crossover.
She's got good fundamentals.
That's a well-coached team, very, very talented team as well. But again, I think Prairie View's got quite a bit of talent on our team as well, and we just have to kind of find that right mixture. And
you bet. We got youth. There's another three, no good for Abby Kirkpatrick. Goes out of bounds, and it'll go to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, right, Cam. Youth is on our side, that's for sure.
Yeah.
The next, 2 or 3 seasons, even next year, I think a lot of this experience that these girls are gaining now.
We'll be talking about that next year.
We absolutely
Because you and I will be right here courtside.
Yes, sir. That's right, on the Buffalo Network.
There's a tie-up. It looks like we're going to have a foul called. Yes. 24. That was Ellie Pedro on the foul.
That Coach Disbro looks like she's bringing in some of her younger subs here. 00 Sophia Cole and 23 Madeline Hahn check into the game.
Carson Gonauer's in for the Buffs.
Anderson County's got a pretty good contingent here. They travel well.
They sure do, and Foltz steals the inbounds. She's going to take it all the way. She loses it out of bounds, though. So it goes to the Lady Buffs.
Really surprised Foltz is still in the game with 1:13 left. They're up, I can't even count that high.
Yeah, 64-27 is our score, and
my math majors failed me there.
You're not alone, brother.
That's right.
Abby Kellerman with the attempt, no good. Nice tie-up on the floor by Riley Boone, but they call nothing, and the Bulldogs come down with it. Jasper at the top of the key. Gets it inside. There's a whistle. They're probably going to get Kellerman on that. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Abby Yeah. Abby Kellerman on the foul. Only 30 seconds remaining with the running clock, so...
Yeah, they'll probably run one more quick play here, run this thing out. I can't imagine Coach Disbro is going to have them running much of an offense, that's for sure.
Jasper at the top of the key, just looking. She's got some great ball handling skills, but they're still on the attack.
Yeah, they've got a couple younger players off their bench, but they're probably trying to get a score for. You know how exciting that is for the players.
You bet. But that's going to be our ball game. Our final score here is 64 for Anderson County to 27 for our Lady Buffs. And, well, it's kind of an interesting post game to talk about here. It's kind of hard to call.
Yeah.
You know, we know for a fact that Kaylee Foltz is their player of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Number 5, Kaylee Foltz. 5'10" junior.
She'll be back.
She had over 20 points for the Bulldogs, so easily player of the game for Anderson County.
And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw this out, our three-point gal.
You read my mind.
Why not?
Abby Kirkpatrick, a 5'3" freshman, starting the game for Coach Jesse May tonight, and really leading a score by several points. So good job.
Yeah, she found her mark for a while on the from the three-point arc, and again, gave us a little excitement. And I'm more than proud and glad to give her this player of the game.
Absolutely, and what the best part about this whole thing is she's only a freshman. She'll be back for next season, the season after that, senior year. It's gonna be fun to watch Miss Abby Kirkpatrick.
So there you go. Our score again, 64-27. The Lady Bulldogs over the Lady Buffaloes here at Prairie View. And coming up next is our men's.
Yeah, we've got a pretty decent matchup coming up for the men's game tonight, Cameron.
Well, I'll tell you what, the previous game on the boys' end, our Buffaloes came out on top 35-34 in a low-scoring matchup there at Anderson County.
Yeah, so you got to imagine, being at home, Coach Bollinger got the boys playing, I'd say, their best basketball of the season, where they come off a win against our crosstown rivals, the Osawatomie Trojans, a couple weeks ago, and then we knocked off Iola, excuse me, and then we lost to Burlington at Burlington, so pretty good stretch of games for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, we had a decent week last week, 2-1. Not a bad showing for the boys who are trying to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. So we should have a pretty good matchup tonight. It'll be interesting to see how our boys respond to losing at Burlington. But Burlington's no slouch. They've got a pretty good record this year, but Anderson County comes in here. They got a pretty decent record on the season. Prairie View struggled a little bit, but again, I think they're really starting to turn that corner and playing our best basketball going into the state playoffs.
You bet. And Prairie View comes in at 4-13, and Anderson County at. I'm sorry, I've got the girls there, don't I? Yep. Well, we better head over to the boys here. We'll get those standings to you. This is Cameron Johnson and James McCarthy here courtside at Prairie View High School in Lacine, Kansas. This is a sub-state 3A matchup. The Burlington sub-state is what we're in. And here we go with the standings.
If you look down,
Anderson County 3-14. I'll tell you what, it could be a good one. Our boys are 6-11.
Yeah, again they're playing some of their best basketball. Got quite a few, a couple of wins here in the last week or a couple weeks or so. Ran into a little bit of an issue out at Burlington, but again, I think this matchup tonight should bode well for the Buffalo men. Anderson County comes in, they got several players, Reese Katzer at number 23 is a 6'7" sophomore. They've got some size out
Well,
there.
they do. They've got 3 6'4"s.
Justin Stifter, number 12. He's a junior, 6'4". Kalen Piney, you'll remember that name, Piney. He used to be. That family used to be over here. I believe their mom is still working out here at the elementary school.
Yeah, we had Justin Piney out here.
Justin Piney there. So we're very familiar with that family and the athleticism that family brings. That's for sure.
So tonight, it's going to be interesting to see who Ballinger puts out on the floor.
Yep.
You know, we've got some senior leadership here. We talk about Justin Scott, of course, quarterback when he's in, Isaac Partita, Brock Hyde.
Yep.
And we've got a sophomore phenom.
That's for Josh Robbins, absolutely.
You bet. While we're at it.
And we always mention Josh and it's
Ryan.
Yeah. But we don't ever talk about the real brains of the family. That's Morgan Sage, their older sister. Morgan's a teacher down at Fort Scott High School. You know, we always give love to the Robbins boys, but
hey, you know what? You got to give love to any teacher.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Any teacher. And you know, I've heard that Morgan's teaching stats. You know, all of her students, you know, claim that she's has the best field trips. You know,
well, there you go.
I think all of her students get really good grades if you ask them. So.
And again, you know, she had to put up with her brothers.
Putting up with
so you know, that made her even a better person.
Absolutely. So we never want to leave anybody out of recognitions here on the Buffalo Network. But
we're all about shout-outs here. That's for sure.
So I think the Robbins family has a little bit of fun knowing that we tend to focus on the sports analytics side of, you know, whether it be football or basketball games, and obviously Josh is who's playing for us tonight, and he's a sophomore, and he's doing such a good job.
He's got great skills, and you know, he learned a lot of those skills from playing with his brother Ryan, and all the other boys down there at the 8 Mile.
Absolutely. We got to give shout out to Sister Morgan. I know she's listening on the Buffalo Network with Mom Teresa and Dad Travis, and very good family, very good athleticism, and obviously somebody's very smart if they're a teacher.
So I'm going to say it. Hey, Morgan. How you doing? All right. Well, we've got I think what's going to be another good matchup. Again, it was at 1 point decided this game, and we're going to be back here in a few minutes. We're going to take a break now and come back with all the boys' action. This is Cameron Johnston and James McCarthy with you on the Buffalo Network. We'll be back right after this. And we're back here at Prairie View. Cameron Johnson, James McCarthy along with you. And a little note, I talked to Clay Metlin, our athletic director, and back to the girls' game. We did indeed have illness going through the ranks. Yep. Julia Paisley was out.
Made sense.
With the flu, and it did make sense. And hope they get better. Like we said, you and I both had it. So if you and I can weather it, those young bucks can do it.
Absolutely. Hey, and we want to give a shout out as well. More than just boys wrestling at the school. We have history-making girls wrestlers at Prairie View as well. Kylie Eastwood and Copenhagen Browning. They're going to compete on February 27th in the inaugural Girls State Championship in Salina. So,
wow.
We've got such rich wrestling history, boys, girls. It's very, very good to be a Buffalo wrestler, student athlete, and just be a part of Prairie View altogether. So, very, very awesome. Kylie Eastwood and Copenhagen Browning, again, February 27th, in the Girls State Championship, and that'll be out in Salina. Congratulations to both of those wrestlers.
And good luck to them.
Absolutely. Well, we got about 35 seconds here, Cam, till we get our starting lineups. Should be a pretty good matchup. I'm ready to get this thing tipped off.
And we'll turn it over to the public announcer.
All right, there you have it, Cam. The starting lineups for the Prairie View Buffaloes. You got Justin Scott, Jesse Weirs, Isaac Partita, Josh Robbins, and Brock High. Very familiar faces there.
Very familiar faces. And for Garnett, Anderson County, you got a Garrett Edens, Derek Rockers, Josh Martin, Reese Katzer, and Dalton Kellerman. And as you said, there's a lot of size on this team, but those size boys are young. So a lot of them aren't starting, except for the 6'7" Reese Katzer, who's a sophomore. Should be a good one. Again, the last meeting between these two teams, Prairie View won in a low-scoring 35-34 matchup.
Yep, so let's get this thing tipped off. I'm pretty excited, Cam. Let's start our weekend right with a Prairie View Buffalo men win here.
And look, there's Katzer, 6'7", and Robbins out there, but I'll tell you what, Robbins can sky.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
For the tip-off. Here we go. And just won by the Bulldogs, and here we go.
Buffalo's back in their 2-3 zone defense. They've played that quite a bit this year for Coach Bollinger.
Edens with the ball, gets it over to Kellerman, and working the ball around is Anderson County. They look pretty patient. Rockers with the ball, gets it over to Edens. Looks like they're running a motion. There's a three-point shot off the mark, and Josh Robbins comes down with it for the Prairie View Buffaloes.
Good job, Josh. Good to see Josh back out there in the starting lineup tonight. The field
And
general, we've got him
absolutely. Justin Scott, Josh Robbins in the front court. Jesse Weir's there as well.
Buffaloes are starting they're spreading it out to begin with. Nobody in the paint. It almost looks like the little Carolina offense that they used to call.
Over to Scott from Weir's. Tried to get it to Robbins off the mark, but Partita gets it. Back to Scott in the corner. Jesse Weir's looking for Scott. Gets it into Partita, but it's broken away. And
good job by Isaac.
We retained it,
to
though.
Get that back.
And we've got a nice pass into Hyde from Scott. Robbins now drives, shot, and just rattled out. Brock Hyde, though, underneath. And they're going to call a tie-up.
That'll stay with the Buffaloes, but good job from the Buffaloes working it in there. And Brock Hyde coming up with that offensive rebound.
I'll tell you what, Brock Hyde and Isaac Partita are key underneath for us.
You bet. I want to see Josh Robbins light up that scoreboard tonight.
Weir's drives, baseline, gets Scott
in there,
for three. Bang.
Boom. Justin Scott for three.
3-love.
That's a good way to start this thing.
6:25 remaining here in the first quarter. 3-0 Prairie View.
Get a shout out to Garrett Scott, United States Marine Corps. Making
bet.
us all proud out there. Thank you for your service.
Loose ball, and Robbins will bring it down now.
Brother just hit a three.
Justin, and looks like we're going to call a foul, aren't we?
It looks like they're going to get number 2, Garrett Edens, on the push there against Scott.
Very good. And Isaac Partita will inbound the ball.
You got to say Partita in your normal way.
Partita.
Sometimes I was wondering if you're not quite feeling yourself.
When that boy scores, you're going to hear it. Here's Hyde from the top of the key. No good. And rebound to Anderson County.
Good look by the Buffaloes there. I like that shot. Hyde's going to hit that thing, 50% of the time at least.
You bet. Not a bad shot at all to take. He can do it from the outside and the inside, both. Josh Martin back out to Garrett Edens, and now a drive, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. It was Josh Martin driving.
Yeah, they're going to either get Jesse. Yeah, looks like they got Jesse Weir's on the push there.
So that's the first team foul. Again, it's 3-0 Prairie View here with 5:35 here in the first quarter. We've just started.
Here at the beautiful Prairie View High School, brand new gym.
Dalton Kellerman there with the shot for Anderson County. Now Jesse Weir's from the corner for Prairie View. Gets it out to Justin Scott. Scott looking over to Josh Robbins. Robbins tied up now with 2, and they're going to call, what are they going to call?
They're going to get 44 Kellerman, I think, on the reach.
Huh.
Or did they give him a jump on that? Looks like, they might have called jump ball there.
I didn't see the two thumbs come up, so
I didn't either.
Hard to tell, but here we go. Josh Martin now bringing the ball down. 3-2 our score. Prairie View on top. Moving the ball around. There's a three-pointer. Good. That's Derek Rockers, a sophomore.
Yeah, got to keep an eye on these guys on the outside, especially number 5 Rockers. You can't leave him wide open like that.
Good press break by the Buffaloes. Jesse Weir's with the ball, gets it to Hyde in the corner for Josh Robbins. Robbins, top of the key now in the corner to Justin Scott. He gets double teamed and throws it away. Here comes Anderson County, and Josh Robbins with the rejection.
Josh says, let me show you my vertical.
It'll stay with the Bulldogs, but we'll take that.
Absolutely. Good play by Mr. Robbins there.
Bo Dilliner is in.
Still got the same starting lineup for the Buffaloes.
And Jesse Weir's quickly intercepts the inbounds and looking all the way down for Justin Scott with a fake and a lay-in.
Nice job.
Justin Scott.
Justin's got all of our points, and he's worked for every one of those.
We're tied up at 5.
Good ball fake there to get the Bulldogs off their feet.
Moving the ball around now. And quickly thrown out of bounds.
When you look at this Anderson County team, they're mostly juniors and sophomores, so they're gonna have some learning curves, some dings and bumps and bruises along the way. So a couple of those unforced turnovers there.
Here's Robbins to Partita in the corner. Back to Robbins. He's gonna look for Weir's lay-in, no good. Robbins tipped it, but no. Here come the Bulldogs.
Yeah, got to get those gimmies, those bunnies, I call them. They got to hit those.
Yeah, that was point blank, but moving the ball around now is Anderson County.
Close out by the Buffaloes.
The three-point shot in.
And that's
It's Derek Rockers again. Sophomore, 5'11" sophomore for
Bulldogs
Anderson
are doing
County.
a good job moving that ball around. It's freeing up there, guys, on the outside, especially Rockers. We've got to move our feet. We're doing good to close out most of the time there.
Right. Here's Partita for three. No good.
I want to see Isaac shooting that ball inside. He's a good rebounder.
Yeah,
He's a
absolutely.
strong kid.
He's a putback
athletic.
kid.
Yep. Let's keep him down low on the inside. Not a terrible shot, but I want to see him shoot.
Here's a three, and that goes for Garrett Edens. And Mark Ballinger wants a quick timeout to stop this bleeding here a little bit.
Good momentum stoppage there. Yeah, Cam. The Bulldogs have hit
6 points just like that.
Real quick shots there, and we're not closing out.
Right.
You know, we might want to switch to a man-to-man defense with our zone collapsed inside. It's allowing Anderson County to shoot from the perimeter. So we might want to either stretch that zone out or just switch over to a man-to-man.
Well, they're using their 6'7" Reese Katzer. You would think they're going to go into him, and you're right. They're kicking it right back out and hitting the threes. It was 5-5, and quickly 2 3-pointers makes it 11-5 now. The Bulldogs on top.
Yeah, Daniel Ray. I'm sure this isn't his first rodeo, so he knows exactly the Buffaloes are in that zone defense. They'll keep it out on the perimeter and keep shooting threes.
So here we go with the full court press. Hyde to inbounds. Gets it into Robbins.
Keep that ball to the middle. There we go.
That's exactly what we're doing, too. Josh Robbins with the ball. He's going to take it to the hole and just out. Everything
take.
but.
It was a good take.
Everything but.
Everything but the basket.
Nice move, though, by Robbins to take it to the hole. Liked his aggression. And Prairie View gets the ball back up to Justin Scott. It's a 1-on-2, but he'll stop it here and give it over to Isaac Partita into Robbins in the corner. Over to Hyde, and it's intercepted.
Yep. Good thought.
Here
Try to get it inside.
And didn't want to take it. Garrett Edens. And there's Katzer with the shot.
Yeah.
Reese Katzer, 6'7" sophomore.
Yeah, he can hit that 15-footer just like he showed there. Nice touch by the big man.
So it's an 8-point lead for Anderson County, but we're going to get a foul whistle on number 5.
Yeah.
It looks like Derek Rockers.
Yeah, their leading scorer, Rockers, is going to pick up that foul against Robbins.
You know, it's an 8-point lead with 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter, but I still feel good about this for Prairie View.
Yeah, the momentum feels good. They're running the offense. They're just not hitting those shots underneath. So
Brock Hyde, yeah, hopefully they're going to start falling. Brock takes it to the hole. Fade away, got contested there.
Yeah, when you're going up against a 6'7" player there, got to give him maybe a little ball fake, go up and under.
Yeah.
Brock will figure it out. He's a good, smart kid.
Dillner out top for the Bulldogs. He's looking to drive and take it himself, but then he kicks it out. But then there's Josh Robbins, gets in the way of it. But he quickly gets possession back and back into Katzer. And Katzer with Hyde on him, and nice job by Brock Hyde on the defense.
Good straight up defense. Didn't foul him, didn't come over the top of him.
Use that body. Use that body.
Yep, good job, Brock Hyde.
I mean, we're talking
turnover there. Robbins was looking for Scott, and Scott went the other direction. So a little bit of miscommunication there by the Buffaloes.
We're talking Brock Hyde 5'10" against 6'7" there.
Yep.
On the other end. And
when you have that mismatch, you got to get them off their feet.
You got to use the body. That's exactly what Brock did. There's a three-pointer, no good. Jesse Weirs gets the ball, and here come the Buffs. 13-5, 50 seconds here in the first quarter remaining. Bulldogs on top. Weirs looks in for Scott, gets to Robbins for three.
Josh.
Bang, no. Just off the mark.
He's getting some good looks. The Buffaloes are getting good looks.
They're going to fall.
You just got to hit them.
Taking their time now. 30 seconds remaining here in the first. 13-5, Bulldogs on top. We're here at Prairie View and Lacine.
Got the herd's pretty full over there, but I don't hear a lot of cheering from them. I think we need to get the crowd involved. We need to get some chants going.
And there's another three attempt off the mark. Rebound Scott. 11 seconds, 10 seconds.
Let's get this
Here
last
comes
shot.
Scott. Looking for Robbins. Robbins going to take it to the hole. He's in and foul. Josh Robbins, the
Bounced that
sophomore.
one. Nice take by Josh Robbins, the sophomore.
Everything. Use the left hand. Everything.
That was beautiful. That was vintage Josh Robbins. That's going to be exciting to see that kid grow. He's only a sophomore and will continue to grow into his junior and senior years. He's going to be fun to watch.
Bloodgood comes in for Prairie View. Chase Bloodgood.
Yep, hard working, get on the ground, fight for every rebound. Chase Bloodgood.
Three-point play was in and out, so that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Only a 6-point deficit for the Buffaloes, 13-7. The Bulldogs leading. And James, your thoughts on the first quarter?
Yeah, three-point shooting. You know, Coach Bollinger had our guys down in the zone defense, which works as long as you pop out and then you close out. So really, that's the difference. Is Rockers has hit a couple of threes because we just haven't closed out quick enough.
Right.
So if we continue to stay in that zone defense, which is fine, we've got to make sure that we're closing out in the corners.
Yeah, we got to get in their face for those threes. And you're right. We've had a couple of point-blank shots that have just missed. They're going to fall.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Don't change a thing about offense.
Right.
Continue to run the offense. Continue to try to work it into your guys posting up, working hard in there. When the defense slaps down, bam, you got Justin Scott, Robbins, Weirs out on the outside for the three-point shot. Don't change a thing on offense. Work on closing out on defense. Work on just the easy buckets. Just maybe get the nerves off.
That's a good summation right there on your part.
I think they're right there.
Yeah.
It's just a few minor tweaks.
They're in the game, and we get on a run again. We've beaten this team before, so we know we can do it.
Yep, for sure. So it looks like the team that was out there when the quarter ended, we've got Partita, Bloodgood, Robbins, Hyde, and our field general, Justin Scott. Three-sport letterman. Absolutely. He's good for Prairie View basketball. He's good for Prairie View altogether. The Scott family. I know his mom and dad are very proud. We're proud of him. So.
Justin looking for Partita inside, back out to Robbins. Robbins looking in for Hyde. Brock's going to take it to the hole. Look at him go. Nice, strong move. Just didn't quite finish.
Again, keep working that offense. Those will fall.
Yeah.
I don't think we're forcing shots, so that's good. It's just we just got to get the high percentage shots underneath.
Moving the ball around now in the corner to get it into Katzer. Nice rejection by Bloodgood.
I saw her down the broadcast, so maybe that'll get the crowd involved. The herd needs to come up and get loud. Maybe that'll help.
Maybe one of your 22 kids could get in a Buffalo suit over there and get them going.
I'm wondering why we don't have the mascot out there. I can tell you right now, if my knees weren't bad,
same here,
I'd
brother.
be in that mascot costume.
There's a drive. It looks like they're going to get Bloodgood on the foul on the floor.
That's Chase Bloodgood right there, whether it's the football field, the basketball court. You get instant energy, instant defense, instant whatever that kid brings, and it's always usually positive. So.
And a great name.
Oh, man, absolutely.
All right, moving the ball around now. They get it inside, trying to get to Katzer. He's got it. Is that, excuse me, that was Josh Stifter. 6'4" Josh Stifter there with the shot. Justin Scott now with the ball. Gets it to Robbins. He's going to take it to the hole, always. And just off the mark, but there's Partita, as you said, underneath with the rebound. Isaac Partita.
Good job by Isaac doing what he does, that blue-collar, hard work, hard-nosed work underneath. Got that ball, tried to go back up, and got fouled.
Drew the foul. He's going to go to the line, shoot two. 15-7's our score. The Bulldogs up with 6:44 here in the first half. First shot up. Good.
There we go. Good job, Isaac.
Nothing but nylon for Isaac.
Yeah, nothing but net. Again, we got to just chip away this lead, get into our groove. And again, don't change a thing on offense. Maybe make some tweaks on defense.
These two back here in the back, or in the front court, I should say, Justin Scott and Josh Robbins.
Absolutely.
There's another one by Partita, so he completes two. And it's 15-9. 6:43 to go. The Bulldogs on top.
I want to say Coach Daniel Ray with the Bulldogs feels like he's kind of getting away with at least that first quarter being up this much.
And looks like they may call Hyde or Bloodgood. We'll see. 24, so it's going to be on Brock Hyde.
Yeah,
that's his first.
Got to keep Brock out of foul trouble, that's for sure.
Katzer back in. The 6'7" sophomore, plus they've got the 6'4" sophomore. Here's a three-pointer, no good. Rebound, Chase Bloodgood.
Good job, way to sky there, Chase.
Gets it to Robbins. Over to Scott. Out to Partita, to Robbins.
Calm down, boys. Calm down. Work that offense.
Into Brock. Brock Hyde. Good no-look pass. And Brock's going to take a three from the top. No good. And loose ball goes to the Bulldogs.
Good hustle there by Bloodgood. Just couldn't quite corral it in.
Dillner over to Edens. And to Stifter, I should say. Stifter with the ball, looking to shoot. And it's out. Rebound by Robbins.
Now the Bulldogs are starting to do a little bit what Prairie Views did the first quarter, just missing those gimmies.
Robbins for three. Got it.
Hey, Josh Robbins.
Banked it in.
The bank is open all night. We'll just let those go. So good job, Josh Robbins. We'll take a bank shot.
And they cut the lead to three. Here's a drive there by Dillner, no good. And it's going to go back to Prairie View. So 15-12 is our score now. Prairie View's cut into the lead with that bank.
Chipping away, yeah.
By Josh Robbins.
Got Bloodgood, Partita, Robbins, Justin Scott, and Brock Hyde on the court for the Buffaloes.
Full court press, looking to the middle. There's Hyde with it. Hyde, with his size, is pretty good bringing the ball down.
They didn't panic. They just slowly brought it up, kept it in the middle. Didn't get
Robbins.
trapped. That's
Robbins, speaking of trap, Robbins did get it, but he gets it out to Bloodgood. And Bloodgood's going to try to take it himself, and no good.
Yeah, I like the effort there by Chase, dribbling in. Just gotta just use the glass, you know.
Yeah,
nice and easy.
Well, and he was up against 6'7" and 6'4" right there
trees,
too.
As they say.
Yeah, he was. But you can't blame the effort. Good job. Working the ball around now are the Bulldogs. And a nice reverse by Reese Katzer, the 6'7" sophomore. 17-12 now, 5-point lead for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Katzer's only a sophomore, man. He's 6'7", sophomore. That kid's going to be in this league.
And then you got Stifter, a 6'4", a junior.
Yeah, they got some hype down there at
loose ball,
Kansas.
Yeah, must be in the water.
That's right.
Here comes the Bulldogs now, and there's a long three, no good. Robbins with the rebound, so one and done on that end. And Josh going to take it to the hole.
Nice
Got
job,
it.
Josh Robbins.
He's feeling it.
He is. He's starting to come alive, and those shots are starting to fall now for the Buffaloes. So what we needed, that's why we got this thing down to 3-point deficit.
3:58 to play here in the first half.
Got to pop out on Rockers there. Cannot let him have that shot.
And there it is, and he got it. Rockers drains it.
That kid is too good of a shooter to let him even have a foot.
They've got Justin Scott blocked, but he gets it over to Partita cross court and back to Robbins. Robbins into Hyde, back to Partita. Partita fakes, goes back out to Robbins. Robbins looking. He wants to take it to the hole and just lost control of it.
I like it. Partita come up with a pick for the pick and roll. Just got to execute.
Rockers to Martin. They're trying to get it in there. Over to Martin in the corner. And here's another uncontested three, in and out. There's a rebound though, put back, and it's Dalton Kellerman.
Yeah, too many offensive rebounds there allowed by the Buffaloes.
Good press break. 22-14, 8-point lead for the Bulldogs. 2:45 to play here in the first half. Hyde over to Partita in the corner. Back out to Hyde. There's Justin Scott. He's going to take a long three off the mark. Rebound to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we didn't really work the offense that time. We just kind of passed it around the perimeter. I think we got to get inside and let the defense collapse down, and then we'll get the wide open shot.
And there's a three uncontested. No good, though.
Good job, Isaac.
That was Rockers who tried the three. Hyde gets it, brings it down, gets it over to Justin Scott, over to Chase Bloodgood. Try and take it to the hole, reverse, no good.
Good look
like
there
the
by
effort.
Bloodgood. I like the aggression. I like the shot selection.
And here's Katzer taking it all the way in. Reese Katzer, the 6'7" sophomore.
That kid's athletic, and he's only a sophomore.
It's a 10-point lead. You wonder if Ballinger wants to get a timeout or not. We'll see.
That's one of those, do you let them play through it and grow from it, or try to stop the momentum? And looks like
Brock Hyde with the missed shot, but a good rebound off the rim by Justin Scott. Gets to Partita, back to Bloodgood, into Hyde. Hyde looking to work. Gets it to Partita with the fake. Goes in, off the glass and in.
Nice job, Isaac
Partita.
Good patience there by the Buffaloes. I heard it, Kim. That's a nice job. Nice patience by the Buffaloes, and now you've got the Bulldogs wanting to take a timeout.
24-16. It's just an 8-point lead. 1:16 to go here in the first half.
Good game, good competitive game. I'm just waiting for the Buffaloes to kind of explode or ignite, because I think it's coming. Again, we should be about tied, maybe up a few baskets here if we hit the easy baskets that we should have. We didn't. How the game goes, but I think eventually we're going to start making our push.
I do too, and so far they haven't come up with an answer for the penetration of Josh Robbins.
Yep.
Chase Bloodgood on the inside's done a pretty good job for his size.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you said, he's in the trees in there.
It's hard to get a shot off when you got a 6'7" and 6'4" guy straight up on you, which is fine. Chase can see them collapse down. That's a double team on him. Kick it back out to the perimeter, and one of those guys could be wide open for a three. So those are the kind of things we have to recognize when we get down there and we get trapped. And I think we'll start seeing that here.
So the Bulldogs will take it out here after the timeout.
Coach Bollinger's got number 52, Dylan Schweer, 6-foot senior. First, a little bit of size on the inside.
Well, Dylan was our player of the game last home game.
Yeah, he had a heck of a game, breakout game last broadcast that we had.
And he got a hand on it, and now it's Justin Scott. And you know him, he's going to take it all the way in. And they call an offensive foul.
Yeah, I'm
not sure if he was in position or not for that.
Well, the defender was moving backwards when Justin came in. You've got to be stationary. If you're going to get an offensive foul, it's the defender needs to be stationary. He's got to be set. So I don't know.
And so it's an 8-point lead. 50 seconds in the half remaining. And they seem content to just move the ball around.
Yeah, they want that last shot.
They like this lead here.
That's one thing I wish high school had as a shot clock. It would make things go a lot quicker. Could control this. We could get 2 possessions out of this type of situation. But we don't, so.
Well, it may come eventually. There's no call. Robbins looking down for Scott and almost had him. But taken over by Josh Martin.
Good thought there by Robbins to try to get that ball down court. That defender is kind of like a defensive back there. Justin couldn't quite make the reception.
8 seconds to go. Content to find the last shot.
They're not going to get a shot off here.
And there's a turnover with 1 second left.
But if they can roll that ball up the court to maybe half court, give Justin an opportunity.
Well, they're going to contest him now.
Coach Ray was thinking the same thing.
And could have been a foul there. Is there one? Did they call one?
They did not. And everybody in this building except for this side probably thought there should have been a foul called.
Wow, and Ballinger's out there discussing it right now, but the ref says no. So our score at halftime is 24-16. And quite a first half here for the Bulldogs. I'm sure they're content to have that 8-point
They are.
lead.
They're probably thrilled with that lead, knowing what happened at their place. So, oh well, the half didn't quite end like we had hoped, but the game really isn't going like we had hoped. It feels like there's a lull. It feels like they're going to just go on a run here, and maybe adjustments from halftime from Coach Bollinger will spark that. So.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get some more Josh Robbins penetration kick out, maybe to Isaac. Brock Hyde underneath. We've got the talent. We're only down 8. We can come back.
As Athletic Director Clay Metlin, want to get another shout out to Bodie Eisenhower, Chance Thurlman, and Hunter Boone. They've already got their tickets punched for the state tournament, so congratulations to those guys. And then also Kylie Eastwood and Copenhagen Browning on the girls' side have already punched their tickets to Salina, and they will be wrestling and making us proud here at Prairie View.
I'll tell you what, the wrestling program, especially from the girls' end, there's no surprise about the boys who have punched their ticket. But this has been an exciting year for the girls wrestling. We
Yeah.
haven't had the opportunity to broadcast any of theirs
Yeah,
yet.
the girls have made history here at Prairie View. You know, they've grabbed titles, wrestling titles, first in school history. You know, every time we see the yearbook post or the Prairie View website Facebook post, it's got the girls wrestling results, and at least one of our girls is in the first or second position every time, sometimes both in the top three. Very exciting time for wrestling for men and women here at Prairie View.
I'll tell you what, our next game, too, now going back to basketball, is senior night. And that'll be Tuesday, February 25th when Osawatomie comes to town.
Osawatomie, last time we played them, we beat them by 12 points on the road at Osawatomie. First game of the season was against them in the tournament for the boys, and they fell to the Trojans pretty hard in that opening tournament.
Yeah, they did, and it was a great comeback win for Prairie View. And speaking of which, next week also on Thursday, the 27th, we'll have a home game here against Wellsville.
Wellsville, it'll be a tough game.
That'll be a tough game, and then it's on to Substate after that. So
Substate, yeah, just keeps on rolling, you know. I mean, with the success we had in football, you know, hopefully we can have a lot of success here to close out the Buffalo basketball season, especially with the first season in our brand new renovated gymnasium here. Beautiful renovated gymnasium.
not to mention our football field. Stadium.
We've got the best facility, in my opinion, the best facilities around. And
I agree.
Whether it be the county, the conference, the area, the district, whatever, there's no better place to come and play and even watch a game than Prairie View High School, whether it be basketball.
You can thank the public. You can thank the administration, you know, for passing levies and such to get things done here.
You know, the school board. You know,
Right.
Dr. Rex Bollinger and the great USC 362 school board that we have, that, you know, it's very obvious that they care about the school, they care about the kids, they care about their education, and, you know, things like renovating gyms and, you know, and the grants and things like that we're able to achieve, and the accomplishments. You know, you don't look at the wall and you only see, you know, football or basketball. You see Scholar Bowl accomplishments.
Right.
You get band accolades.
Right.
You know, we've got people competing in Scholar Bowls and Science Bowls. There's a lot going on at Prairie View, and a lot to be thankful for. And it all starts with the administration and how.
Absolutely, and it's a pleasure working with them.
Absolutely.
You know.
Yep.
So we've got 8 minutes until the third quarter starts, so we're going to give you guys a chance to do whatever you need to do. We'll be back here in a little bit. We're on the Prairie View Network. This is Cameron Johnston and James McCarthy, and we'll be back shortly. And we're back here on the Prairie View Buffalo Network here at Prairie View High School in Lacine. It's a 24-16 lead for the Anderson County Bulldogs. But James, we got a whole nother half to play.
I think we just stick with what we know, working that ball on the inside. Don't getting away from what can get us back in this lead. They did the right things, made a lot of good plays, but in the end just couldn't finish the shots. So again, we need to continue to close out on their shooters like Rockers, who has several threes. It's really, you can continue to do the same thing with the minor tweaks. I think Coach Bollinger does a great job at making those halftime adjustments.
Yeah,
I bet you will see that when the Buffaloes come out. Right
and
away.
The 6'7" Reese Katzer and Josh Stifter, 6'4", they were factors, but they weren't as big of factors as kicking it out and those three-pointers that got us.
Yep, absolutely. We clogged that middle, so those tall guys really couldn't do any work out there. But what that did is collapse everything down and allowed their perimeter players to be wide open.
So our front court needs to get in their face a little bit more, and that's another thing Ballinger would mention in the locker room.
Yep.
Justin Scott, Josh Robbins need a little more energy. You can't blame Josh Robbins for taking it to the hole. I love to see that every time.
Yep, for sure.
But we got to get in the face of their three-pointers.
So it looks like we got our original starters out there. Justin Scott, Jesse Weirs, Josh Robbins, Brock Hyde, and
we're in the
Isaac
2-3, it
Partita.
looks like, as well.
Yep. So hopefully we can spread that out a little bit and be a little bit more of a perimeter presence with our 2-3.
Moving it around, it's Kellerman, and then shot off the top. They didn't call it.
Didn't touch any of the apparatus up top, so I think they probably just let it keep going.
Brock Hyde with the ball, top of the key. Looks over to Jesse Weirs, into Robbins, back to Weirs.
See, if we get that ball moved around quicker, that allows people to get open.
There's Robbins from the corner, no good, but Partita with a nice hustle.
But that's
even though it's going to be a Bulldog ball, that was a nice hustle by Isaac.
Quick passes obviously are quicker than a kid being able to run over and close out. The quicker we get those passes around, swing that ball around, the more wide open that will be. We're just too slow on the passes right now in that last position.
2-3 zone, here we go. Bulldogs with the ball, of course, in the corner. That's Kellerman, and then he gets it. Oh, in and out. It was Josh Martin who attempted that shot.
Rebound there by Hyde, a one-handed rebound.
And look at Robbins taking it to the hole, and it's in.
Nice play.
Josh Robbins.
Josh picking up where he left off. That's the kind of shots that we need to take. Good recognition there by
good
Mr.
spark
Robbins.
from the sophomore.
Yep, that's what we need.
24-18's our score.
Good closeout by Isaac there. That's what I'm talking about. We got to be able to close
Brock Hyde with the interception. You're exactly right. And here comes Robbins again to the hole, and he draws the foul.
Good play.
That's what we want.
Good play, good aggression. I mean, Josh recognizes that to be able to penetrate this zone defense by the Bulldogs, you have to slash inside.
And I was just going to say slash.
Yep.
That's the word.
And he's a slasher.
So Robbins will go to the line to shoot two. Down by 6. First one up. Good.
Word on the street is Josh has learned his free throw shooting from his older sister, Morgan.
Way to go, Morgan.
I believe she was very disciplined in her approach. With
Look at that. Nothing but nylon for Josh. And it's a 4-point lead now. Prairie View's cut it to 4.
Slowly get back in this thing and then take over.
Rockers with the ball, gets it over to Edens.
Big close
and
out by
now
Partita.
I can't see. There we go.
Got a lot of referees and coaches in the way.
You bet. And Brock Hyde's going to get the foul on the 6'7" Katzer, who will go to the line and shoot 2. That is 2. Only 2 on Brock.
Yep,
so
we're doing okay as far as fouls. I don't think anybody's in too much trouble for the Buffaloes.
So the 6'7" sophomore at the line. First one up, off the mark.
So, letting their tall guys, Katzer and Stifter maybe get the ball inside. Maybe they're not the greatest free throw shooters, so it might play into our hands there maybe.
Well, and they're young. Second one goes in.
That's how it happens.
Yeah, that's how it happens.
Saying it. That was
full court press here. And they handle it nicely so far. Robbins gets it across the court. He's going to take it in. Tried to get it into Weirs, but
I like
it was intercepted.
We just got to clean it up. We can't get those unforced turnovers.
Yeah, and maybe you can take it to the hole. He probably could have taken that one to the hole, but trying to get the assist. And loose ball on the court, picked up by Jesse Weirs. Weirs taking it himself, and he nails
Nice
it.
job, Jesse.
Jesse Weirs
Gets his first basket of the night, and that was a nice little floater, nice soft touch for the senior.
So it's a 3-point Bulldog lead. Moving it around.
Yep, that's that quick ball movement that I was talking
Yeah,
about.
it's so quick you can't even call their names.
Yep.
Here we go. Jesse Weirs with the ball, gets it to Scott. Scott with the reverse,
Nice
good.
reverse. Justin Scott recognized the defender on his hip and went across and did the reverse.
You
Nice
bet.
job.
Suddenly there's energy. It's a 1-point deficit now for the Buffaloes.
The herd starts to come alive over there. The Prairie View crowd is getting into it. That's what these guys need for that spark. Good defense, Weirs.
Good defense. Edens with the ball, gets it over to Martin, and Brock Hyde with the interception.
Quick
looking
hands.
down court to Scott, and it's off the mark, but it's going to stay with the Buffaloes.
Justin Scott couldn't quite handle that pass, but it's okay. It went right off the defender's chest out of bounds. So
Yeah,
we'll
Josh
retain that ball.
Martin tried to get the ball, deflected it out of bounds, and now the Buffaloes have a chance to take the lead.
Yep, let's do it.
4:50 here in the third quarter, 25-24 Bulldogs. And inbounds is going to go back to Brock Hyde, who will bring it down. The 5'10" gets it over to Josh Robbins, over to Weirs.
Quick, we got to move that ball, boys.
Scott
There we
to
go. Quick.
Hyde. Hyde wants to take it in. Fake, up, no good. And loose ball goes to Robbins, gets it to Partita in the corner. Looking for Weirs, and it's thrown away.
Just kind of forcing it there. We just got to quit turning it over. Move the ball around, quickly move the ball around, find it inside.
And there's Robbins to get it. Now, see, that was Rockers out top, who's a three-pointer, and we were in his face that time. Here's Justin Scott with the fake. Gets it back to Robbins from the corner for three. Bang!
Boy.
Joshua Robbins.
Give him the lead. 2 points here for the Buffaloes.
The sophomore giving it the spark, and now the Prairie View Buffaloes have taken the lead. 27-25.
Keep it up, boys. Keep your hands up. Quick hands, quick feet.
And here's a three-point attempt. In and out. Rebound Robbins, but picked. And a nice effort there by Derek Rockers.
Yeah, good hustle play by the Bulldogs there. Yeah, we've got to get those passes under control. We can't just lazy lob them over, those types of things.
So looks like we're going to have a half-court press here. No, full court. They're going to do it full court.
Coach Ray brings up the Bulldogs to a full-court press here.
Robbins gets it to Hyde. No panic. Nice break.
No issue there for the Buffaloes.
Josh Robbins in, gets it to Hyde, and Hyde traveled. Hyde wanted to take it to the hole.
Yep. Well, that's his mentality. Go straight to the hole.
You bet.
Just gotta give a few dribbles there and then up and in.
So 2-point lead for Prairie View. 3:20 to play here in the third.
Hopefully we didn't quell that momentum. Hopefully we can keep this going.
Here's a drive and a loose ball picked by Josh, and then he's fouled by Garrett Edens.
Yep. That's good hustle play there by Josh Robbins going after it. And that was kind of a frustration foul there on Edens.
Well, Josh is dictating this half right now for the Buffaloes.
He is. He's taking over.
He's the spark.
He's a sophomore, but he's taking over like he's a senior, that's why he's on the court right now.
In the corner is Jesse Weirs. Gets it to Scott. Over to Robbins for three. Bang!
Josh Robbins is having himself a heck of a game, and he's giving the Buffaloes a 5-point lead here, Cam.
And a throwaway, a deflected off of Weirs, so it'll stay with the Bulldogs. But you're right. Josh Robbins, the spark. Yep. 5-point lead now for the Buffaloes. That's their biggest lead.
Gets cheap pads.
And they get it into Katzer, and he's fouled.
They're going to get Hyde for number 3, which is not a big, 3 fouls at 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third quarter.
He might take a seat.
Yeah, here comes Dylan Schweer off the bench for Coach Bollinger.
But again, you've got Reese Katzer, 6'7" at the line. He was 1 of 2 last time, and let's see about his free throws. I shouldn't have said that.
See, now we won't say anything, and then we'll watch him. He'll probably clang it off the back iron.
So Brock Hyde will take a seat, and Dylan Schweer comes in to spell him. Dylan, a good substitute for that. And next one's out.
There we go. See, all we have to do is talk about it.
Partita with a rebound, you bet. 4-point lead for the Buffs. Robbins with the ball.
Josh is locked in. He's just got that look on his face. You know?
He sure does. And there's almost an errant pass, and it goes off the ref, and he's part of the court, so it goes to the Bulldogs.
Again, those are like 3 or 4
bit of a rush there.
Turnovers that we've had in this half that, eliminate half of those, we've got, 4 more points on the scoreboard.
30-26 our score, Prairie View on top. Garrett Edens gets it to Dilliner, back to Edens. Back to Dilliner.
Coach Daniel Ray having a conversation with the referee over here.
Looks like it. There's Katzer inside, tried to get the ball. I think it went off Partita. Let's see what they call. Looked like it went off Isaac Partita, but
Coach Bollinger definitely disagrees with the call.
They are going to reverse it, so it did go off Partita. And he knows it. He's smiling. Partita is.
Well,
I saw it.
Sometimes a little conference, they get that thing right.
You bet.
Again,
and now another good defensive play there by Schweer to defend the inbounds.
Got to give these referees credit. It is not easy.
No, it's
not liked unless
you don't get replay.
Unless they don't know who you are, don't remember you. You're not liked for that game.
Jesse Weir with an excellent job there because Katzer had the rebound, the 6-7, and Weir took it out of his hands.
Yep, good job there by Jesse.
And here's a three-pointer uncontested. Good. That's Bo Dilliner.
Yeah, their perimeter players are not messing around. If they're that wide open, they're going to drain those every time.
It's a 1-point lead for Prairie View, and Josh Robbins wants to take it himself, and he does. That just looks too easy.
Nobody steps up, nobody's cutting the lane off, and Josh says, I'm just going to take every shot they give me.
3-point lead into Katzer, the 6-7. He loses it. And Justin Scott.
Robbins on the steal.
It's a 3-on-2. And Robbins takes it to the hole, and he makes it his foul.
And one. He's going to go to the line for an and one. Number 23, sophomore Josh Robbins. He is taking over this game. Man, that kid's
What a spark.
Man.
What a spark.
Woo.
What a spark. There's just some people you can't stop.
No, and he's not been stopped tonight.
Because of his ability to move his body
basketball
to the side, slash, and take it to the hole.
Yep, absolutely.
It's pure talent. And he nails it, and it's a 6-point lead now for Prairie View. 1:30 to go here in the third.
Good defense. See how they're stretching that zone out.
You bet.
They're not going to give him that.
They got their 6-7 man in the corner.
That's good. Keep him trapped over there.
Now here's an uncontested three, in and out. And Schweer battling underneath. Bo Dilliner was the one that took that three-pointer. They're going to call that on Dylan Schweer.
That was to me, it appeared to be a clean block.
Yeah.
No contact. So I don't know what Dylan could have done different there.
Dalton Kellerman is the one at the line now, shooting 2, down 6. First one up, good. Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't see much on that.
Yeah.
That call, but
hey, such is life. We roll on, and we still have a 5-point lead. Hopefully, we can keep that.
35-30. Second one up, and it's good. Full court press continues.
Need some help from
Robbins takes it to the middle. Breaks it easily.
If he wouldn't have dribbled that off his leg a little bit there, he'd have another wide open three.
He might have, and he's got the ball now underneath in the corner. Gets it to Isaac Partita. Partita goes up. No foul. Schweer gets a rebound and draws it.
Let's see now. Dylan Schweer goes up, and that looked like a clean block for the Bulldogs that time. So I'm not really, maybe I don't know what I think I know about refereeing.
No, I think you're right. You said it earlier. It's so hard to do, and you don't have the luxury of replay to look at things. And
it's hard. And these guys, there's such a shortage for referees You know, it's hard because if you get the wrong call, then that can kind of haunt you for the rest of the game, whether it be football, basketball, even wrestling.
Schweer misses both. And underneath rebound to the Bulldogs. And here they come to set up their offense. Garrett Eden's up top, gets it over to Rockers. And inside the Cats are trying to get it in, but good defense by the Buffaloes.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are not getting any kind of shots.
Robbins to the hole, good. Josh Robbins.
Any kind of shots unless they're fast break shots. They can't get their offense running because the Buffaloes have clogged up that inside.
You bet they've got hands everywhere.
Yep, good
They're
job.
deflecting all kinds of passes to the big men. Look at the contesting. There it is again.
There we go.
And Robbins had it, but then lost it. Back to the Bulldogs. And again to Robbins. Looks up to Scott. He's got it.
Justin.
Look at that move. Bang. Justin Scott on the buzzer.
Justin Scott right there at the end of the third quarter. Nice job by the Buffaloes to keep putting the pressure on. Foot on the gas. They're up by 8.
Up by 8. What were they down at half?
Down at half at 8. So they did a complete
16-point swing there in one quarter. 39-31's our score here, heading to the fourth.
You know, and I think if I was Daniel Ray for the Bulldogs, I wouldn't really know what to tell his team right
Boxing
now.
won.
It's really
Boxing won on Robbins. Exactly.
Robbins has taken over this game. He's got most of our points. You know, Justin Scott chipped in several buckets as well. Our cheerleaders getting some love out there from our.
I don't want to say Boxing won too loud because we're right next to the visitors' bench.
Well, they probably don't really care what we have to say. But I agree. Let's not give them any more.
I think that would be a good, maybe a good approach to at least try.
Yeah,
you know, because
sure.
Robbins has taken over this game.
Yeah, you don't.
It's almost like a spy.
Yep.
You know, you need a spy on him.
And Prairie View will retain.
But we don't want that.
Prairie will get the ball here to start the fourth quarter.
Up by 8.
Let's just keep the foot on the accelerator, keep this lead, and grow it.
Jesse Weirs back out to Robbins. Gets it over to Schweer. To Justin in the corner. He's double teamed, but he looks for Robbins all the way across court.
Drive, Josh. Drive, Josh.
There's Justin. Looking inside for Schweer. And he's got it to Isaac. Back out to Justin. They'll reset. Instead, they'll give it to Schweer. Dylan Schweer with the shot and good.
Dylan Schweer gets into the act.
10-point lead now for the Buffaloes.
Very good look.
Biggest lead of the game. 7:22 to play here. And there's an uncontested 3, but no good. And Justin Scott, it's a 2-on-2. He gets it to Jesse Weirs, and it's in.
Nice
and now you may be considering another timeout. Who knows? 43-31 now, Prairie View on top.
This thing is kind of getting out of the hands of the Bulldogs now. The Buffaloes have pretty much hit on about 5 straight possessions now.
And this 2-3 zone has been effective.
Absolutely.
Extremely.
Yep, good pop-outs, good. They're closing out on those guys on the perimeter, and they're locking down the inside. That's how you play it.
And you force a turnover just like that.
Yep, so here we go. The Buffaloes will take possession again. Look to extend their lead. You know, Coach Bollinger's pretty much stayed with this same lineup the entire night. He's got Schweer and Hyde kind of back in and out, but pretty much stayed with the same guys.
Now he's going to spell Weirs.
It's allowed them to probably get into more of a rhythm, you know, so they're playing together longer. So good job of substitution there by Coach Bollinger.
I agree. Justin Scott now with the ball, top of the key. Looking for the pick from Partita.
Yep.
In the corner, gets it to Hyde, but it goes to Robbins.
There he goes. He's going to work.
Robbins wants it, you can tell.
Yep. There he goes.
And gets it to Hyde. Brock.
Man, if they're going to leave Brock wide open like that, go ahead and pop that big guy.
Back to Hyde. Brock's going to take it in, and loose ball. It's going to go out. Oh, they're going to say it's going to go to the Bulldogs.
I don't know if that went off Hyde's foot or I thought he got kicked because he was driving.
Kind of hard to see from our angle there, but.
Oh, well, back the other way.
43-31. It's a 12-point lead. 6 to go here in the game. Buffalo's leading.
Let's finish this one out, Buffalo's.
And looking inside for Katzer. And the big man puts it in.
Yeah.
That's what they've been needing to do the whole game. But
yeah, the Buffaloes got too far up, and they got too far up on the top of the key, and that left the baseline open for Casimir to go.
There's Robbins, gets it over to Dylan Schweer. Oh, in and out. And the Bulldogs get it. It's a 10-point lead, 5:30 to play. And there's a three-pointer, no good. And good hustle. And they're going to give it to the Buffaloes. Derek Rocker's there in on the action, and I'll tell you what, he went all the way into the steps on that one.
Yeah, that's the second time that kid's been on the floor. You can tell he's a hustler. He'll get down and work for Coach Daniel Ray.
There you go, to the middle to Brock Hyde from Partita. In the corner now is Justin Scott, gets it out to Robbins. And Robbins just with an errant pass. Here comes number 10, he doesn't get it.
Good play there by Josh. He let that defender come to him, then he kind of backed off, and the defender...
Look at that pass from Brock Hyde.
The defender backed off, and
Brock Hyde to Dylan Schweer.
Yeah. Everybody's getting in on the act now tonight. Robbins is definitely leading the way.
12-point lead. 4:40 to play. And again, 2-3 defense. It's kind of a loose one, but I tell you, it's a great one because it's spread out a little bit.
Yeah, they're not
which is needed.
They're not getting easy shots.
And Hyde's going to draw his third foul there, but we're in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Derek Rocker's number 5 for the Bulldogs. He's a good, hard-nosed little player there.
Yeah.
You know, he took a hard foul there.
That's actually 4 on Brock
Hyde.
Yeah,
they might think about subbing him out maybe for a minute or two, then letting him come back in about 2 minutes or so.
Well, the good thing is the substitutions have played their part.
Yep. And Coach Bollinger does leave Hyde in with 4. He's giving Justin Scott a little bit of a break and bringing Jesse Weers back in. So, you know,
well, maybe not a bad call either, because we're going to need that front court action to end the game here.
Yeah, when the Bulldogs try to start fouling.
Right.
They're going to need Justin Scott's ball handling ability.
Now here's Brock Hyde, 5'10". Looks bigger than that, but look how he takes the ball down and draws the foul.
Yep, he was Rockers was riding him all the way down the court there, basically just hand checking, and they finally got the call there.
You know, I think Brock Hyde's more like 5'11". I don't know.
Yeah, they've got him listed a little short, I think, on the program. But he plays like he's 6'5".
He does. He actually does. And here's Robbins. He's been the spark of the game for the Buffaloes.
Let's get Brock involved here. Let him do some driving.
There's Isaac in the corner.
He's posting up down low.
And he loses it, but it's off the Bulldogs, so it'll stay with the Buffaloes. 45-34, 4:05 to play here in the game.
Yeah, Scott comes back in, and Dylan Schweer's having himself a pretty decent game. Comes off, takes a seat from Coach Bollinger.
Brock Hyde with it out front. Trying to work it. And here's Josh Robbins to the hole. No good, but there's Partita. No good. He gets his own rebound.
Nice job,
back
Isaac.
up, and they're going to call a jump.
Yeah, good call there.
Yeah, it was.
Definitely the whole ball.
It's a tie-up.
They'll stay with the Buffaloes.
I got to say something real quick. You know, Prairie View has continually improved.
Yeah.
This season, the boys.
Yep, and that's what you want. You want them peaking at the right times. You want them peaking, not playing their best basketball going into
sub-state
tournaments,
you bet.
Things like that. Yeah, for sure.
There's a loose ball picked up by the Bulldogs. It's an 11-point Buffalo lead here with 3:30 to play.
Don't leave
There's
that guy
a three-pointer. No good. That was Dillner trying to make it.
Yeah, Rockers, we're lucky they didn't hit that thing. When that thing goes in, that's cuts that lead down to the lead even more.
Robbins gets it to Hyde for 3. No good. Tried to draw the foul, but a nice little acting play there by Brock Hyde.
Well, Brock is one of the best actors for Prairie View.
You bet, yes.
He's always in every play. So
and he's limping a little bit, so maybe it wasn't so much acting, but Anyway, he fell back on that three-point attempt and no call.
No call, so we'll continue
Here
to
we
play.
go.
3 minutes
Bulldogs.
left here, Cam. We just got to hold them off.
You bet. There's Katzer inside, and it's good. 45-36, 9-point lead. You're going to feel the pressure here. Robbins trying to take it himself, and they call a jump. They called a tie up there.
They had the defender Rockers had Josh's arm like kind of in like a headlock position.
Looked like a foul to me.
Tied him up that way, and they called a jump ball. That doesn't.
So 2:53 now. You know the Bulldogs really got to turn it on, and let's see if the Buffaloes can keep that stifling defense that has helped them take this lead in the second half. Excuse me.
Yep. Good job
There it is.
Yep.
Jesse Weir's with a reach in, no foul, but a nice defensive play there.
Keep moving our feet. Keep moving it around.
Right now the clock is another one of our friends if we can keep it that way. There's Katzer way outside. Gets it inside, but no.
Yeah, Garrett Edens is only 6 foot. He's in there against Schweer.
And here's Robbins over to Partita. And Prairie View wants to take their time. There's Robbins. Look at him.
Yep, they're definitely
The
spreading it
general.
out.
I'm going to start calling him the general.
That's right. He's definitely the new general.
Schweer draws the foul, taking it to the hole.
You know, I see a lot of Justin Scott in Josh Robbins. You know, I'm sure that the STEM sophomore is learning a lot from the senior leadership of Justin Scott. And that's
well, they go head-to-head in practice. Absolutely. They,
very same type of game that they both have.
First one's off the mark for Dylan. Again, it's a 9-point Prairie View lead here with 2:17 to play. Cameron Johnson and James McCarthy here with you on the Buffalo Network. Second one up, good.
Nothing better than a Friday night out here at Prairie View Buffalo.
You bet.
Brand new court.
Then we can go home and watch Live PD.
Or maybe to replay the Super Bowl.
Maybe. There's a nice three-pointer by Katzer, the 6'7", the tallest man on the court.
Yeah, great shot there by Katzer. I mean, you don't think of that from your 6'7" player unless he's an NBA player.
Right.
You know?
46-39 now. That narrows the deficit to 7 for the Bulldogs. 2:05 to play here.
And this isn't surprising. You know, Coach Ray's going to do this. He's going to try to stretch this game out with three-pointers, fouls, free throw shots, things like that. You know, the Prairie View Buffaloes have to be aware they got to move the ball around. They got to be smart. They got to drain some of that clock down. Not back off and not try to score. Take what the defense gives you, but don't back off and stop trying to score.
Right. And again, I'll go back to the press break for Prairie View tonight. It's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The girls could take. Now the girls are younger.
Yep.
But if they can take what the boys are doing and get that ball to the middle, much like Prairie View does, boys with the press break, they've done a good job tonight being patient with that.
For sure. So I like how Justin Scott, again, the senior leadership, got the guys together at half court there, talked about what they're going to do. They got a game plan. Now they just have to execute.
Here we go with the inbounds to Robbins, to Partita, and again, press break.
Yep, good job by Isaac there to get that ball up and across half court.
Robbins at the top of the key, gets it over to Partita, to Scott.
Move it fast,
Schweer. Now they are trying to make the clock their friend.
Yep.
And here's Scott, he drives, loose ball.
That was knocked out from behind, looks like by number 23, Katzer. Good hands there by the 6'7" sophomore.
Well, look at those arms. Those are long. Justin Scott with the ball now. He's going to take it to the hole, and whistle, fouled on the shot.
Yeah, good take there by Justin Scott. He saw an opening and went ahead and took it.
Tried the reverse flip with the right hand and almost went in.
Yeah, he had Katzer on his back hip, so he knew that if he kept it out in front of him with the left hand, he'd have a good shot at that.
So he's at the line, and one of our generals as well. One of our generals as well. Yeah, exactly. I was about to say. I was. I quickly changed it
There you
to
go.
one of our leaders. There's something to be said for that karma.
That's right.
So
Mr.
he
Scott comes through as usual.
nails them both. It's a 48-39 lead, 1:30 to go. Prairie View on top. There's Katzer again from the outside, but
They're kind of working the clock themselves in kind of a reverse.
and there's Weirs getting his hands involved, but there's a three-pointer, no good. But there's Katzer, and does what he should, gets the rebound and in. Timeout Bulldogs.
Yeah, Katzer's doing all he can in the inside. He's not getting any front court help.
Right. So 48-41 with 1:09 to play, and what a second half for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Coach Bollinger is doing a great job. He's getting his guys together. He wants to tell them, we've got to, I can almost read his lips, ball control. We've got to keep that ball out of their hands. Keep it out of the middle of the court. Keep it to the outside. If you see an opportunity, go ahead and take it, but let's milk a little bit of that clock out. And then back on defense, move our feet, stay down back in that zone, force them to shoot the long threes, but come out and close out. I mean, we do those things right there.
Use that Dean Smith four
corners.
Four
They
corners,
need to do a little bit of that right now.
Run some of that clock down. Well, we're going back in time there, aren't we? What
sure
a great
are.
coach Dean Smith was,
Yep,
North
absolutely.
Carolina. So Prairie View will get the ball. It is Isaac Partita's going to bring it in.
Full court press, and these are the things you work on in practice. Full court press, offense. Good job, Josh Robbins. Keep that ball.
Keep it in the middle.
Yep. Very nice.
Cleared it out, and an attempt at a pick, but no good. Partita now with the ball. You're going to be looking at fouling here soon. 50 seconds to play. It's a 7-point lead.
Yep.
Scott with the ball. Gets it over to Robbins.
Get careless with the ball now, fellas.
Robbins draws the foul. And that is team foul number 8, so he'll go for the 1-and-1.
Yeah, Dillner's going to pick up the foul there. I think that's his third foul. Oh, no, I'm sorry. They got it out. Yeah, that's his first foul.
Josh Robbins at the line. In and out. Rebound. Katzer.
40 seconds.
No surprise there.
With a 7-point lead.
Yeah, 35 seconds to play now.
Keep him off that three-point shot.
It is looking good for the Buffs.
Oh, that was foot drag there.
Moving the ball around. They're down 7. They need a 3. There's one, and it goes.
And
that was Bo Dillner.
I see Coach Ray's going to.
And suddenly it's a 4-point game.
Now they get one more turnover. It's a one-possession game if they get another shot. 2-possession game right now, unless they hit a 3. It's still a 2-possession game.
It's all about free throws right now for the Buffs.
Yep.
As soon as they get the ball, they're getting fouled.
Yep,
so you got to get it into Justin or Scott or Josh Robbins' hands.
Yep. It's a simple strategy. Any kind of inbounds play, the pick is going to have to come back to Scott or Robbins to free them up to get that ball in bounds.
Right.
We get Scott on the free throw line. He's good enough to close this thing out.
And he's done it before. We've seen it many times. Yep. We saw it last year. We saw his brother Garrett last year.
Yep.
Hit a 3 against Osawatomie to send it to overtime. That was thrilling, I'll tell you.
Scott brothers have walked these hallways for many years
yes,
and made everybody proud.
Partita to take it out now. 20 seconds, 4-point lead for the Buffs. And
There's
trying to get it in. They get it into Schweer. Back to Partita. Back to Schweer. Back to Partita. Down the middle. Gets it across the midline and draws the foul. 12.1 to play.
And they had Scott down in the corner, and we had Schweer and Partita bringing the ball up. You want to get that ball over to Scott in the corner to get your higher percentage free throw shooters. No offense to Isaac, but
Yeah, because Isaac can drain him.
Yeah, absolutely.
When he wants to, he can do it. Partita.
Right on cue.
I'll tell you.
You nailed it, Cam. They're gonna if they hit free throws, they're gonna salt this thing away.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So here comes the second of 2. And And he gets the bounce.
Nice job, Isaac.
And timeout, Prairie View. Now they want to talk strategy, defense. You know,
it's still a two-possession game.
It's a two-possession game.
And they've got this thing tied up. So.
You know, Garnett, Anderson County has proven that they can shoot the three. So,
yeah.
You know, I'm sure he's going to talk about a spread out. Maybe stay in the 2-3.
We've got to keep Rockers and Dillner
right
off the three-point line. They can let their big man inside Casper have a couple easy buckets.
Exactly.
As long as they cover up Rockers and Dillner on the outside.
So spread that 2-3 zone out maybe a little bit.
Absolutely,
maybe you know.
Yep, or 1-3-1, maybe something.
Or a 1-3-1.
Get the guys out there more on the perimeter.
You bet.
Don't let Dillner or Rockers have that ball. And I think we'll be okay. Looks like Coach Bollinger's going to bring in some ball handlers. Feast is coming in, number 22.
I'll tell you what, we're very fortunate to have all our players tonight, considering that the flu has hit this community hard. And that's another reason that there's not as many in the stands tonight, I believe, really. There's a lot of sick people.
Yep, and that impacted the girls, and a couple of our starters
Julia,
weren't out
Paisley.
there. And so, you know, we got to play through those things, and the flu season's bad, that's for sure. That's why a lot of people are ready for springtime.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. 9 seconds to play. They got to get a three. And tie-up on the floor. They're going to be a tie-up right there. It's going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Stifling defense there by the
But
Buffalo.
this ball game, I'm going to tell you, is over.
Yeah.
1.6 to play, 50-44, Buffalo's lead.
You know, and Dillner was over here, number 3. You know, he knows that
on the buzzer.
Opportunity there.
Yeah, sure did. It's a win for the Buffs.
We'll take it.
We will take it. 50-44 is our final.
Season sweep for the Buffaloes men. They beat them at their place, and they came back here and beat them at home.
I'll tell you what, I don't think we even need to discuss really much about who's the player of the game.
No, it's a no-brainer, Mr. Josh Robbins.
You bet.
You know, I'm sure his sister Morgan is out there listening to us, and she's real proud of her little brother. And good job, Josh Robbins. As far as the Garnett, Anderson County boys, I kind of got to give it to Reese Katzer, the 6'7" sophomore.
Yep.
He had a heck of a game. He's only a sophomore. We're gonna hear a lot more from him in this conference.
Well, he and Josh Robbins are going to see each other a lot.
They'll be going head-to-head a lot. It'll be fun to watch. It'll be fun to broadcast.
Absolutely. In fact, speaking of broadcast, our next one's going to be Tuesday, February 25th. Osawatomie comes in. We've got we're 1-1 against them this year.
Yeah, let's pack the house for that Osawatomie game. Our crosstown rivals. Those are the people we see the most.
That's senior parent night. Senior parent night. You bet. It's going to be packed.
It'll be fun. And then we got another game later on in the week.
Thursday we will play Wellsville. They'll come into town Thursday, February 27th. So don't miss those games, folks. We'll be broadcasting 6 p.m. for the women's game first on both of those nights, and then followed by our Buffalo boys. And another good effort tonight by Ballinger and the boys, and we'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we were talking about, you know, a player of the game, Josh Robbins took over. You know, Justin Scott chipped in as usual, you know, 10, 15 points like he normally does. And then you get your cast at Jesse Weirs, Dylan Schweer, Brock Hyde, you know, knocking a few.
A lot of workmen there.
A lot of blue-collar workers, which is what our area is.
You bet, you bet.
We're proud of that. And when you get those guys working hard like that, you know, on the basketball court, it equates out to wins and good things.
So Prairie View improves to 7-11, I believe.
7-11, yep.
And, you know, playing their best basketball so far this year. And, again, we just told you 2 games next week, then we go to Sub-State.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll continue to have that momentum rolling into that.
And let's not forget to go out and cheer on our Buffaloes who are wrestling towards state.
You bet.
Bodie Eisenhower and Chance Gerlman and Hunter Boone for the boys. Kylie Eastwood and Copenhagen Browning for the girls, the first girls from Prairie View to ever wrestle in a state championship or the state tournament. So good luck to all of our Prairie View wrestlers out there. Good luck to our basketball team, Sam. It should be a very fun and to the basketball season and to the wrestling season as well.
It's always a pleasure calling the games with you,
Right
James.
back at you, brother.
We're going to see, we'll be together again Tuesday night, so tune in, 6 o'clock this coming Tuesday, senior night against Osawatomie. So this is Cameron Johnson, James McCarthy with you on the Buffalo Network. Once again, our Prairie View Buffalo boys win it 50-44. And earlier in the game, our earlier game, the girls, 64-27 losers, but a lot of sickness on that team, so we'll give them the pass.
Yep, hopefully
and
we can get that back on track.
We can get back on track against Osawatomie. Everybody take care. Thank you for watching. This is Cameron Johnson, James McCarthy on the Buffalo Network. We'll see you next time.